We're going to be go when the line turns white. We're racing there. That was so tight by the Italian boat, but it looks like they've judged it perfectly. I love the position of Taylor Canfield and that all-American crew as they drag race towards Mark 1.
First race of the 2025 season, and the Stars and Stripes are out in front.
Well, first boat to take the other turn, the right turn, it's Peter Burling, Blair Took and that Kiwi crew, and they tend to be pretty good at finding their way tactically. United States look good at the moment. They've got themselves up and going, but it is a gain to New Zealand at the moment.
Done and dusted, as they say, in Dubai, as US SailGP will start off the 2025 season with a victory and the Emirates winning moment.
Anyone that hasn't made a turning mark in that thing will go all the way back to the next gate. So Switzerland will get a third place finish.
As the race was terminated at 16 minutes, here's how it shakes down. The USA does in fact get the win. New Zealand second, Australia finishing in third place.
Here we go, turn the boat down on board Canada, turn the boat down on Brazil, and it's timing. How is it for there, Giles? Scott, great start by the Canadians, great start by the Brazilians. Germany on the inside at the bottom of the line, but North Star Canada in prime position. Germany is still quite nicely positioned to be on the inside out of Mark 1 here.
Sebastian Snyder decides to turn away. The Spanish turn away, as do the Germans, and there goes North Star Canada with Brazil right behind him.
How many times last year did we call this Kiwi boat Harry Houdini?
Yeah.
I mean, they were right at the back of the pack, and Burling's managed to get control of the right turn here.
Eric Heil and the Germans in control of race number 2, with Germany finishing 7th in race number 1 and a 1 in race number 2. They are poised now on 8 points. Canada will come in second place.
It's so tight in the middle. There is a small gap for Australia.
Look at this.
Has Slingsby got it right? How's your timing, Tom Slingsby? Oh, he's thread the needle. Have a look at it. Unbelievable there from the Australian through the gap. Spain well positioned. Switzerland, Italy and Great Britain. Well, here we go.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh, the roos are flying. It's such a big moment in the race. First 3 boats are foiling. From here, they've fallen off the foils, but look how patchy the wind is. Those dark patches on the water there. But as we see it, look, the British are up and foiling, so are Canada chasing down. Great Britain are going to look to go round the outside on Australia here.
Look at the speed by Emirates GBR.
Yeah, and Australia have got to keep clear now. It's going to be a big boat speed advantage to Emirates Great Britain. Oh, Australia have done a nice job there. I'm surprised Fletcher wasn't a bit more aggressive. They'll be putting disturbed air all over the British boat now. It's going to be hard for Emirates Great Britain to live there.
So it is Australia out in front. Great Britain maintains their position. Emirates GBR in second, North Star Canada third. Then you've got the champions from last year, Spain in fourth, and Italy, Red Bull Italy, top 5.
But there you go, watch this Australian boat. Can they get up on foiling? It's marginal right there. There they go.
Here we go, the lift.
Great fans for Australian fans. New wing trimmer, Chris Draper, big lead.
He makes the transition, is able to foil in this third and final race, and leave no doubt about it, the Emirates winning moment goes to Australia. So after 3 races in Dubai, it's Australia on top, New Zealand 1 point back, and then it's all bunched up all the way down to Germany.
Spain, closest to camera, coming in. Looks like the timing's good. Diego Botín spins the boat. Houses it. Oh, they just put the bow in, but they're up and foiling. Oh, what a first leg by Botín. He absolutely nailed that start there. Well, New Zealand looked like they might have executed a perfectly timed manoeuvre there. They were 5th. They could well get the rights to be on the inside at gate 2 here, and they could be up to second. Tight moment here, Todd. Spain are about to manoeuvre. They're going to turn. They'll lose right of way. New Zealand will be the right of way boat. Spain need to be confident of crossing ahead of New Zealand. No, he's not going to do it. He dips behind. New Zealand will take the lead momentarily.
And look at the US SailGP team. They were in 7th place. They are up to 3rd, and it'll be a tight cross here. Taylor Canfield has to dip behind the Spanish.
Yeah, and he's going to have to watch out here. It's a really difficult position for the United States now. They're going to have to manoeuvre again. They're going to lose a lot of places here.
Kiwis are coming in quick.
I don't see a lot of room around the outside, though, Todd. As soon as they get over that, the Spanish are going to have to keep clear now, and they're off the foils. This one's going to go to the Kiwis.
And Peter Burling and company come away with a victory in race number 4, and that is your Emirates winning moment.
New Zealand well positioned, United States well positioned, but Rockwool Denmark, they're on a charge. Nikolai Sehersted going to break the line on 0 if he's got his timing right. What a start by Rockwool Denmark. They're going to be so fast to mark 1.
Keep your eye on the British and the Spanish. Whoever finishes in front of the other will more than likely make it into the final. And here comes Emirates GBR on the
aggressive
inside.
luff from Spain.
Wow.
Aggressive luff. Great Britain had to stay clear. I imagine Botein will ask the question. That's going to go to the umpire, Craig Mitchell, to make a decision. That was a tight call. We'll find out whether they thought it was clean as Spain decide to turn away and take the other side of the course. Emirates Great Britain following Rockwool Denmark up to 2nd. Spain, they've lost a few places back to 4th, and it's the United States SailGP team that are going fast. Oh, there you go, Canfield manoeuvres directly in front of the British. He's trying to lock down that 2nd place. What an upwind leg for them. Spain have dropped back to 4th.
Nikolai Sehersted and Rockwool Denmark bring it across the line. It will be New Zealand, the USA, and Emirates GBR battling out for the title.
Watch for the line to turn white in 5 seconds time. 3 seconds and we're about to go racing here in Dubai. Perfect from Burling at the bottom of the line. New Zealand are going to lead from here. What a start from the black foils. The boat speed of the Kiwi boat there. They looked at least 2, 3, 4 kilometres an hour faster when the gun went. Oh, he's trying to sneak round there, Canfield. He's trying to turn the boat towards the wind. He's off the foils. Emirates Great Britain will be faster. Burling will split the course left. It's all about who's found the wind after gate 3. I like where the Kiwis are going because they've got a bit more space out there. We just saw a penalty on the United States. They got a 60-metre boundary penalty. They were trying to stretch the course, but I think that was a bit of an unforced error, really. Kiwis are going to dive on the inside. I think they've got room as they go round. Advantage New Zealand. There's going to be a protest from Great Britain.
Look how close.
They've got to keep clear. Black foils have to manoeuvre away. Wow, that was so tight. Slow turn. Green flag from the umpires there. Yeah, New Zealand up and foiling here, Todd. All the time New Zealand are foiling in Great Britain and not its gains to the black foils.
The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the black foils as New Zealand claims the first event of the 2025 season.
No room for Canfield in there. It looked to me like Emirates Great Britain went in early.
Yep.
This is the umpires, penalty USA, not entitled to mark room, go behind GBR.
Let's take a look at the points after one event. 10 points go the way of the winner, so New Zealand lead it with a 10. Emirates GBR will take the 9. USA with a great start as they go to 8, and the rest of the fleet now with work to do.
Watching now as Switzerland and Great Britain out the middle of the line, but Germany's still well positioned. Watch for the line to turn white. We're racing now.
Penalty Italy.
Oh, penalty Italy, that's an incident from
Australia.
the Australians early on, but it's Spain, Great Britain and Switzerland in a drag race towards Mark 1, and the Spanish hold the inside. They should lead from here at Mark 1. It's Great Britain that have judged this downwind leg the best. They've managed to cut the corner on the Spanish and they lead at gate 2. Here could well see a right turn for the Spanish to try and find wind away from Great Britain. There go the Spanish.
Wind conditions have stayed relatively same, but look at the speed difference between Spain and Emirates GBR. So the Germans have priority once they're in that circle first, and now once they get on the overlap, Germany will have to give the Italians space.
They've done that, they've manoeuvred away. Look at the fans on the shoreline there. They'll be loving what they're seeing with that little manoeuvre.
In race number 1, the winning Emirates moment goes the way of Emirates GBR. Dylan Fletcher and company take the win in Auckland. Diego Botín, the winners of last year's overall series, they will claim a 2nd place.
Right now it's New Zealand that have found good wind. Germany and Canada have fallen off the foils, so showing us 4th it would be New Zealand. They didn't even make it to the start on turn. Incredible from Burling. How does he find this many overtakes?
Italians on the last leg heading home, they will take 3rd, and now you've got 3 boats converging here on this last mark. It's going to be New Zealand, it looks like, that's going to hold off their rivals, the Aussies, so they will go 4 and 5.
Go, Lewis.
We're racing here. What a start from Canfield. He's absolutely lit up coming into Mark 1 here. He's so fast on board that boat. And Fletcher on Emirates Great Britain, he's chasing him down again.
Now the Americans will make the turn at the DP World Gate at the bottom of the course, and Tom Slingsby, as you said, Stevie, hot on their heels. So it's USA, Australia, Emirates GBR, and Italy, your top four.
Oh, and there's a big gust of wind on board the US boat. Have a look at it. Oh, they plug it. That could be a huge problem. That boat's going to be full of water right now. They're going to struggle to re-accelerate. What a mistake there, falling off the foil through the jibe on the downwind leg. Disaster for US fans. What a mistake.
Loss that was for the Americans. They were in first place. They have dropped back to 9th place. The Australians now have taken over the lead. Emirates GBR, the winners of race number 1, they sit in 2nd. Red Bull Italy in 3rd, and Spain now up to 4th, 1 position ahead of 5th, and Rockwell Denmark. And your Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Australians. Tom Slingsby and company get the win here at Auckland in race 2. Emirates GBR will finish in 2nd.
Italians, though, let's have a little word for Rigittito, though. Struggled in Dubai, but 3rd place finish there, ahead of season 4 champion Spain. Start line goes, Switzerland, fire like a bullet from a gun at the top end of the line. What acceleration from Seb Schneider. Spain and Australia on the inside.
And it is Sebastian Schneider and the Swiss out in front. They get the whole shot. The Swiss to opt for the right-hand side at the DP World Gate, gate number 2.
We can see there Australia have been overtaken by Canada. Spain have got the right of way, but I think Australia will get past them just about. So it's been a gain to that Auckland shoreline, and right now Slingsby's seen that. He's going back to try and get some of the goodies. Australia coming in with the right of way over Canada and Spain here. Spain have got a decision to make. What's Diego going to do? He decides to dip behind and take the left turn.
So Switzerland has a 200-meter lead over Australia. Canada has dropped back to 3rd, then Spain in 4th. Good time as they approach gate number 5.
Oh, and a big gain for New Zealand on that upwind leg. They found that gust of wind. Big shift towards the left. New Zealand have found it. Burling spotted it. They're up to 6th. And another little error from the United States. Splash down. Could lose a couple of places here. Costly little mistake. They've been sailing so well.
And the Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Swiss. Congratulations to Sebastian Schneider and his crew.
Performance. Australia 2nd, though. The consistency. Slingsby starting to wind it up. North Star Canada going to get a good 3rd place finish as they come across the line there. How's your timing, Pete Burling? Perfect out of the middle of the line, and when he needed to deliver, he's delivered.
That's gone now.
Oh, the sprint leader, Rolex sprint leader there, Peter Burling and the New Zealand crew. Looks good for me to go straight into a left turn out of this manoeuvre. New Zealand manoeuvre the boat well. All the boats staying on the foils. That little bit more wind making it easier here. USA again, a little slip up in the manoeuvre, bottom of our screen. They're off the foils. Another error in the manoeuvre there. They're hurting so bad on that US boat in these manoeuvres.
Happy to take a right turn at the bottom again, okay?
Here's where the traffic jam starts.
Oh, what are Brazil going to do here? They're going to go wide of the mark. They've lost it. Rudders have gone. Oh, and they're in the water.
This is
Big
the
moment.
umpires' penalty Italy relative Canada. Windward boat not keeping clear.
Oh, Brazil have got to go all the way round here. It's going to be a massive loss for Mubadala Brazil. Look at that. It's tight in the pack, Todd, isn't it? But big game for Great Britain. 9th, and they're up to 4th at the moment.
And as they make their way around the last turn, it will be the Emirates winning moment going the way of the hometown fans. Give it up for the Blackfoils. The Kiwis win race 4.
But probably the happiest team of the day is going to be the Aussies, Tom.
Yep.
Schneider and the Swiss, they get 3rd. Emirates Great Britain, well, that could be huge to salvage a 4th in that race there for Emirates Great Britain. Rockwell Denmark consistent, very consistent, but they're going to need to start to sparkle a little bit more.
Let's take a look at the standings after 4 races. You want parity? We'll give it to you. 4 races, 4 different winners. Great Britain, Australia, Switzerland, and New Zealand all come away first day race winners. And look how tight it is all the way down to 6th place.
Look for that line to turn white. The Australians are lit up.
Wow.
Here. What a start by Slingsby.
All clear for the rounding.
Coming down here in 2, 1, rolling down.
New Zealand from back in the pack looked to me like they could sneak round third, and that race for the final is pretty crucial.
Coming up. Can you hear me? Am I right?
Oh, take a look at the Spanish. Oh, they got very, very loose.
Emirates GBR throwing in an extra maneuver, and Australia able to go straight in.
Yeah, they did, and look, it's tight in the pack here. Germany have made a big gain back on board New Zealand. New Zealand have to dip behind. High pressure move. Oh, and they're putting that water over the boat. What will Denmark in third, chiding down in a moment? The Australians are off the foils, top of our screen there. They got too high, but Great Britain, they're moving away. Very much a match race between the two of them. Great Britain must keep clear here. Slingsby's not going to let Fletcher off the hook, and he really puts the clamps on him there. Advantage with Australia. And that Spanish boat, well, they look like they couldn't control the power earlier on, but they're up to third, doing a great job through the fleet, and the Italians as well.
And it will be the Australians, as Tom Slingsby and the Australians bring it across. One more slight dip, and there will be your Emirates winning moment. Australia will win race number 5 here in Auckland. Third goes to Red Bull Italy as now the charge is on, and it looks like Peter Burling's going to hold that line.
Big maneuver by the Spanish. That's aggressive. Slingsby out of the middle of the line. He's fast, he's furious, and he's going to send it into Mark 1 from here.
Coming down here.
It's deja vu all over again at mark number 1. It's the Aussies out in front.
Coming here, mate. Round it up in 3, 2, 1, and round it up.
Watch the speed as they come around, and the Aussies put in a big dip.
Oh, they're all struggling to control the pitch of the boat on the roundup as they accelerate through the roundup. They're all getting too high. Flight controllers got to back the lift off round there. Brilliant work by Rottwell Denmark, and that neat and tidy roundings moved them right up into the lead at the moment.
Look at Rockwell, Denmark. They have catapulted themselves into the actual lead right now, ahead of Australia. Spain's coming back into third. The Americans having a good run here.
There we go, little gain to that flat water side here as we see the points on the left.
Currently, that will put Australia, Great Britain and Spain through to the final.
Go hard, boys.
Yeah, Denmark have the right of way here, so Spain expect to manoeuvre. There they go. Spain are going to own the left turn. Denmark will be following them.
3.
And it's going to come down to the details. Rottwell Denmark, a potential overtake just before the finish. Lovely manoeuvre by Sehested.
20 seconds.
Oh, they've dropped the wing sheet down. They've got really slow on that Australian boat. They're really slow for this manoeuvre. It's going to be tricky to re-accelerate here. All got a bit loose on the board drop. Right away, Rottwell Denmark here. Spain have the right of way over Australia as well. Slingsby must stay safe. He's going to lose the lead. Oh, the Spanish are high here. They're forcing it wide. Can Rottwell Denmark take the win? This could really put them back in the match for the overall here.
And just like that, Denmark goes from third to first place here in race number 6. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Great Danes.
Clear start there, good start, and it's brilliant at the bottom of the line from Rottwell Denmark. They're going to be blasting into Mark 1.
Coming down.
This has been the tricky rounding. Australia just on the inside. Controlled though, I think. Can Australia keep the boat smooth? Smooth rounding, and they're faster on board Australia. Those first 3 around clean. And Emirates Great Britain could lose out on the final from nowhere here if they can't start overtaking some boats. Australia are stopping there, Todd. They've
Oh, and the Aussies
retired
have
from
pulled
the
off.
race, I believe. Oh, wow, I hope they've not had boat damage. What a disaster that would be. They're already in the final, but of course, it doesn't matter if the boat's not working properly. We see New Zealand here, potentially up to second. I mean, they got the bit between their teeth, but they've got to get ahead of that Danish boat if they want to make the final. So it's going to require a mistake from the Danish.
Beautiful job, guys. Beautiful job.
Nikolai Sehested, exactly that. A beautiful job. Moments ago, he told us they're just sailing their own race, but they do get the Emirates winning moment 2 races in a row.
Great comeback for New Zealand, but they just haven't started well enough this weekend. Simple facts, they've not got off the start line, unfortunately for them.
Spain will come across the line in third with Switzerland in fourth. Australia is in with 54 points. Emirates GBR also in with 49, and look how close it is. Spain gets in by 2 points over Rockwell, Denmark. New Zealand also missing out by 2 points, and a great showing for one of the new teams, Red Bull Italy, as they finish in sixth.
Oh, it's perfect from Fletcher, it's perfect from Slingsby, but Slingsby's got the faster angle into Mark 1, and can he break the overlap? I think he will. They're absolutely flying on board Australia here.
Oh, and Dylan Fletcher goes right at him.
Oh, it's going to be a protest there. That's tight. I think the Australians have kept clear. Spain are tight on the inside, and Australia are going to lead around Mark 1 just with Emirates Great Britain in control tactically. And the British boat has a slight wobble on that first manoeuvre. They're off the foil on board Great Britain. That's a disaster for the British. At this level, you cannot make that mistake. Spain have executed well, Australia have executed well, and Emirates Great Britain are going to be out the back. I think now it's a case of, does that Australian boat, whatever that little gremlin was, has it cleared up? Does Slingsby feel confident, because the Australians are in pole position at gate 2?
Here we go.
Gate number 4, the DP World Gate. They split the course this time, so Australia going to that favor side, which they have used so many times before. Spain decides to go closer to the shore and right in front of the fans.
Could be a last-minute dip behind for Spain. No, they drop the board. They're going to try and dive inside. I'm not sure that's the right move. I do not sure that's the right move. He's going to try and force Australia wide. Oh, it's so tight. They've executed it well, but that was too aggressive for me. I think he should have split the course.
And the Emirates fly time, 82% for Tom Slingsby and the Flying Roos as they bring it home. And there's the finish line. The sold-out crowd will bring them home. They'd rather see black foils, but they're going to see green and gold as they come to the line. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Australians.
We start so well all week. It's hugely satisfying to get a reward like this. As a team, it was very tough conditions, but everyone pulled together, everyone did their job. And we were very nervous in that last fleet race too. And fortunately, the boat works great. Amazing. A huge shout out to our shore team who did an amazing job all week.
It's 10 points to the win, and that goes into the account of Australia and Tom Slingsby. They missed out on the final at the first event in Dubai. Spain will pick up 9 points, and Emirates GBR will pick up the 8 points. So 2 events of 13 now complete, and we've got to tie the top of the leaderboard. Emirates GBR in 17, and the Black Fools equal to that. Tom Slingsby, he sits in 3rd place, even with the Spanish. All kinds of parity across the board here in SailGP season number 5.
Oh, it was perfect by the Swiss, just behind the line. But Contant de la Pierre back with a bang. He will be able to hold on the inside as they head into the mark.
So it's France at the DP World Gate number 2, and it's Switzerland in 2nd place. Australia, they opt for the right-hand side of the course. Spain and Denmark will follow them.
Perfect judgment, but the Swiss, they're on a good wind shift at the moment. They were progressing straight up those ladder lines, and they're going to be challenging the French at the next intersection. It seems to be more wind towards the bottom of our screen, where New Zealand are heading right now, where Australia and France are heading. Great game for Seb Schneider, and this is what the Swiss need. Australia are going to turn left. France are going to turn right. Last time that was good for Australia. Who's it going to be good for next? Well, it's a class act by that team right now. We've just got 2 legs to go, as short ones, and it's a close cross. Right of way, Switzerland. Australia dip behind, but it's a solid gain, and the Australians will have the right of way, and 2 boats come back together. Slingsby, he's putting on a latest charge here. What Schneider got to respond to it. Got a bit greedy, thought he could get to gate 5 with no more turns, and then the wind changed direction. That meant he slowed up and he's opened the door for the Swiss. Bit of industrial language. Slingsby's annoyed with himself there. Spain are going to manoeuvre, but can they stick it in front of Australia? Oh, the Spanish have got too high. They pushed too wide. Absolutely forced it in Australia. He needed to turn tight round that mark.
And as they come to the line, race number 1 in Sydney will go the Swiss way. Seb Schneider and Switzerland take the first race here at the KPMG Australia Sail Grand Prix. Spain will hold on for second, and it will be Australia finishing in third.
Go! Slingsby's got it absolutely on the money at the gun. Perfection from Slingsby.
5 seconds.
Let's hope things make it in.
Looks like the British are going to take a right turn here. That's Hannah Mills saying, let's spin away, turn right. So we're going to see that split again.
Turning. Coming on there.
Britain are on the gain. They're going to be faster out of gate 4 here, the DP World gate. But who's going to find the most wins? Slingsby had the first pick, but he didn't have a lot of margin. They're both going to split the gate almost neck and neck. Who's made the right choice? Crucial moment. The Australians will have to keep clear of Great Britain. Big lead change right now. Who's found the most win? Britain, what a overtake.
Coming down. Down 2. 1. Coming down.
And there it is at mark number 6, just not quite there.
We'll be down after the race.
And your Emirates winning moment goes the way of Emirates GBR. Dylan Fletcher and company get the win in race number 2. The Australians will claim second place.
De La Pierre, oh, he has not lost any of it after a little bit of time off. It's go, but it's perfect again from Slingsby at the top of our screen, the downwind end of the line. He will be on the inside at mark 1.
2. 1.
Switzerland. Oh, the Danish. They've got to keep clear of the Swiss now. That's tight. Oh, that was very, very tight. I think Sersted just about spun the boat through there. Full Viking mode for the Danish in the middle of the pack there. So really the interesting boat will be the Swiss here. They'll probably turn right. They'll be the only ones really threatening Australia, other than Australia. Oh no, Switzerland decide to dive inside. Great manoeuvre by the Swiss. Yeah, I think the mover here is Emirates Great Britain. They're heading towards the bottom of our screen, which is that offshore away from Shark Island. That's where the gains have been happening. They forced Germany to manoeuvre away. Eric Heil here takes a moment to have a look. Switzerland hold on to second, but the Great Britain team are on the move right now.
The Australians take the win in front of their fans.
Look at the New Zealand boat. They can't get it foiling. They've hobby-horsed out the water twice in a row. I don't know what is happening on that New Zealand boat right now, but they're not going to make mark 6. This could be Rockwell Denmark coming all the way up to 4th.
So 1, 2, and 3 we know for sure is Australia, Switzerland, and Great Britain. They take the top 3 positions.
Oh, he's on the money again. What a start from the Australians. A bullet out of the gun. They will lead at mark 1. Are they beatable today? Interesting here. I think Slingsby could have turned left, but he knows the whole fleet will turn right, so he drops the right turn to get everyone following. Classic manoeuvre for sailors watching there. Slingsby's opportunity to limit leverage on the rest of the fleet. He plays an extra manoeuvre, but he gains total control of the fleet. It's interesting how calm the tempo is on the Australian boats. They've got the space, they're making their own decisions. It's really this battle, 5th Great Britain, the Swiss team, the Spanish team, all in that melee. It's going to be so tight. These points are going to be so close. Coming up, bottom right-hand corner of our screen. Right of way was with Spain there. Well executed by the Swiss, but it opens the door for the British team to make a little move up through the fleet here, and it's really, really tight. Look at this, Great Britain and Canada really tight. Canada have got to manoeuvre because there'll be boundary room for the Great British.
But penalty Canada relative GBR didn't give room at the boundary.
As soon as you enter that boundary, you've got to manoeuvre away.
So after 4 races, the last 2 go the way of the home team. The Emirates winning moment twice on day number 1 goes the way of the Australians.
It's nice to see a team back and racing, and really good work by Contant de la Pierre and the crew there.
It'll be Emirates GBR that will finish in 3rd place. They got the win in race number 2.
clear start there. Australia were a little early. They had to back off the gas just before the gun, and it's Great Britain at the bottom who are going to be on the inside.
And here we go. Look how quick they are to the DP World gate number 2. Emirates GBR will lead the way. Canada tucks in behind them. Italy sits in third.
Damage on board the Brazilian boat there. A bit of a malfunction by the look of it. Jib sheet potentially.
It is Emirates GBR out in front. The Kiwis showing their best form over 2 days, and the Australians sit in third.
Hey, just long term, these two boats still through.
Canada's moved up to third, and Australia, who leads the overall, currently sits in fourth.
Lovely tidy rounding.
Turning up to 2, exhibits for me, 1.
Yeah, look at this, one more place gain. Bad news for North Star Canada. They need all the points they can get.
Here we go, coming back into pressure.
I'd be surprised to see Great Britain push all the way out to that side of the course here. New Zealand probably going to follow.
Give it some power, it's a little high early.
Gate number 5 here on race number 5. It is Britain out in front. Emirates GBR leading the Kiwis. They go 1 and 2 at gate number 5. And race number 5, the first race on Super Sunday, goes the way of Emirates GBR, and the Emirates winning moment goes to the Brits. See, it'll be Australia moving up in the pack. Stevie, they were back in 7th, and now they move up to 3rd.
A couple of points dropped really in the battle to the final, although they are ahead of France, and that will be crucial in that race to the final. Perfect by Canada and New Zealand. New Zealand are going to have the fastest angle here.
And it is the Kiwis striking back. Canada on the inside, the Germans get pushed wide.
What a difference a day makes for the New Zealand crew here. They take that left turn, keeping it simple. But Denmark here, Rockwool Denmark, they've given themselves an opportunity.
Things are heating up in that race to the final. If the Canadians can hold on to that second place, that would see them be the team into the final, because France are back in 9th.
Denmark have found themselves back in the breeze again, but at the moment, boat speed on board that New Zealand boat is pretty quick, and they look like they're going to sneak around Shark Island and take a nice lead to gate 3. Well, Canada were ahead of Denmark when Canada were into the final, so that must mean Rockwool Denmark are back in the final as it stands right now. I think it's always hard when you've got a boat right near you like this, Todd. They're always going to have them in their rear view mirror, if you like, and in front they're coming in ahead. New Zealand have boosted away from the fleet left-hand side of our screen, but this battle between Canada and Rockwool Denmark's absolutely crucial. Right of ways with Canada here, so Denmark need to be careful.
Okay, we're going to have issues here. Good, let's just hurry.
Yeah, look at that, they dropped the hammer, faster angle for the Canadians, and they've managed to power over the top.
Am I bearing away?
Into the circle first, so Denmark should have priority.
They do, but look how slow they are, Todd. They're nearly 15 kilometres an hour faster. Australia are going to try and go around the outside. Australia have got to keep clear. Right of way Australia, but Denmark are going to lose their place. Oh, how costly will that be in the race to the final?
And race number 6 will come to a conclusion for the #1 team. It will be Emirates New Zealand as they claim their first victory here in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, if they can bring it home, which they're going to in second place, North Star Canada, well, for Giles Scott, just the tonic. He'll love these shifty conditions. Chance to use his real racecraft, his good skill, because it's a 2-point swing on that top end of the course. Australia, well, they look fast out there, don't they? The Roos at the top of the line are going to drop the hammer. Canada's the main mover, middle of our screen there. They've got space. Giles Scott's managed to make a manoeuvre. He's potentially going to be ahead of France and Denmark. He'll come back with the right of way. Gate 2 is going to be like a traffic jam. How do you keep fast in and out here? Brazil have got to keep clear. France have got to keep clear. Oh my word, this is so tight. It's all going to come down to some quick fire manoeuvres. Canada trying to get around the outside. Brazil! Oh, France, cat-like reactions from De La Pierre. What a moment, and Giles Scott, the door's opened. He's He's around the outside. Oh my Lord, look at the pile up at the bottom here. And for Canada, this is amazingly good news because Denmark are stuck on the outside and France are off the foils. Well, Switzerland are heading off to that favoured side of Shark Island.
And what that means for the race final is good news for Canada. Not only have they moved up or held their position in third, but they've gained some massive space from the Danish and French, who are now battling at the back of the pack.
Penalty Switzerland, relative Australia, port tack boat not keeping clear.
Problem here for the Danish. They've got to keep out of the way of New Zealand. That's going to slow them down. Good news again for Canada.
Yep.
New Zealand really playing spoiler here for the Danish crew.
And as we flash forward to the finish line, the fans on Shark Island, they're happy because the hometown Roos have won again. The Swiss come through in second place, and for Germany, it's third. And Canada does hold off the Kiwis, so they will finish in fourth, and that should lock them up into the final.
Canada and Australia, oh, it's really tight there. Australia have got to keep clear. They're in a real fight with 16 seconds to go. Boat's going to fill up. This is opening the gap here for Fletcher. He's coming through fast. Middle of the line's the favoured place to be. 9 seconds to go. Britain are calling themselves late. 5 seconds, watching for the line to turn white. It's timing that counts right now. Oh, what a start. Fletcher's at absolute speed. On the inside, it's Canada. I think Emirates, Great Britain are going to be able to lead at Mark 1 here.
Penalty Australia, relative Canada, windward boat not keeping clear.
Oh, Slingsby's going to have to fight back from third here. He's going to have to be last round Mark 1, and then it's going to be a fight back. But for Emirates, Great Britain, the ball's in their court. Canada have seen a wind shift. Looks to me like it's a lead change. Canada are going to lead at gate 2. Australia could be straight back to second. Mistake by Emirates, Great Britain. 150-metre lead over Great Britain. Right-hand side of screen, Australia, where they've found no luck on that side of Shark Island. What a season 5 moment for them this could be. Halfway through the race, Todd. Here we go. Upwind leg to go. 3 legs to go.
Faster. Keep coming if you want.
Now, I'm surprised they didn't turn a little bit sooner. As soon as they saw Great Britain were about to turn left, I'm surprised Canada didn't turn.
Right now, Great Britain has the lead. Emirates GBR has found the speed on that side of the course. Look at the difference, 66 kilometers an hour as opposed to North Star Canada, closer to the 55, 56 kilometers an hour.
Advantage Great Britain here. They need a good maneuver.
Slow turn.
Think they're going to be okay. They've crept round ahead of him. Huge moment. Can they re-accelerate? I think they can. They're just 1 turn away here.
Coming up.
And just like that, the smallest of margins, it is Hannah Mills and Dylan Fletcher that get around that final mark. Emirates GBR, they've been in the final for the last 2 events, and they make the 3rd final in a row, and the Emirates winning moment goes to Emirates GBR. They take the win in Sydney. 10 points go the way of Emirates GBR. Canada picks up a massive 9 points for them, so a big win. But Tom Slingsby will not be happy with those 8 points. So after 3 events, it looks like this. Emirates GBR now out in front. Australia in second, Spain in third.
Lines turn white, we go here. New Zealand, they're out and clear. Has Burling judged it right?
And it's the black foils of New Zealand out in front. Peter Burling and crew, they will grab the hole shot at mark number 1 here in Los Angeles, and problems out the back for the Aussies.
Nice move there by the Spanish, Todd, at the DP World Gate. They've taken the right turn to their bottom left-hand corner of our screen. They were in the pack, but they're now in space. It is, I think, interestingly there, the Swiss made a big gain relative to Canada, so I think there is more wind where New Zealand are going. Switzerland heading back towards less wind. Is it going to be a mistake? I think the Spanish have done a nice job here. Emirates Great Britain in the middle of the fleet. They've climbed up a few places and they're in 5th, so strong position for them. Canada and Switzerland, they look to turn right, heading to the side of the course. Left-hand side of our screen, there seems to be a little bit more wind.
Turning up in 3.
Look, Mark coming into the screen, left-hand side. They're very close to it, and that foil on the left. Oh, my, oh, that's a disaster. That is a absolute shocker. Go another split. Diego Bortin, he has got his fighting gloves on today because he keeps charging, keeps trying to make an overtake.
The Emirates winning moment goes the way of New Zealand.
Diego, good result.
Giles Scott, North Star Canada, get a good opening race finish in 3rd. Emirates GBR looking very good, and then the Swiss coming into picture.
Oh, he's on the money again at the top. He's going to have a faster angle, but further to sail. Have the Kiwis judged it right for 2 for 2?
Who's going to hold their nerve? It will be the Black Foils, the Kiwis. Take the whole shot at Mark 1. Peter Berlin working his magic on the Pacific.
New Zealand take the left turn at the DP World Gate, and Canada and Giles Scott well positioned. And Australia, look at that, from 6th up to 3rd. They did an early manoeuvre after the last gate, and they're right back in the race here. Huge moment for Slingsby and co, as the Germans, well, one bad manoeuvre and they're back to 5th, but they're still right in it. Tash Bryant lining things up. And Australia, what a job they've done here. Slingsby and Tash Bryant have found some gold round this course because they're right back in it from being stuck in the pack.
And that will wrap up race number 2. The Emirates winning moment once again goes the way of New Zealand. The Black Foils claim their 2nd win in a row in Los Angeles.
Canada have done well, but it's Australia and Great Britain. Australia have pulled their way back up through the fleet.
And it looks like Australia's going to make that turn, and it looks like they will be able to hold off Emirates GBR. Australians will get 3rd, and GBR will get 4th.
This is the umpires' early start penalty, Switzerland and New Zealand.
Oh, they've got to go to the back of the pack.
And at mark number 1, they are 3 wide as it's Canada on the inside, France in the middle, and the USA on the outside as they make the turn.
France does a nicer rounding. Anyone that's seen any road racing, wide in, close out's the key here. United States are going around the outside. I like Marcini's tactics here with the right turn. She's going to lead out of this right turn. She will have space in the middle of the pack, and that is not easy to find, but how well can she use it? France have got to give them room to turn left. Oh, France swing round, aggressive from De La Pierre. Wow, that was tight. Tight, 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 but the French make it happen. You got France going to split right turn, Australia on your heels, big upwind leg. Oh man,
here we go, another crossing.
Oh, ne passe pas, that was so tight. They didn't see him till too late. Manon had to shout really loud. Costly, costly, costly for the French. They've avoided the collision. They're still in the race, but that was a big moment. They needed to see them earlier. They're so slow on board Brazil at the moment, Todd.
They are foiling, but here come the Roos off their left-hand side. Tom Slingsby's not going to make it easy for Martini Grail as she spins the boat. Does she leave an opening for
Slingsby?
Yes,
will go inside. Slingsby will go inside here, Todd. He's thread the needle. It's a sprint to the finish.
And it looked like Mubadala Brazil was going to get a history-making win, but the Emirates winning moment goes the way of our old nemesis, the 3-time champions. Tom Slingsby ruins the day for the Brazilians.
Really good from Germany with a late dive through on the inside. New Zealand are fast in the middle. United States have got a long way to sail. I like where the Kiwis are here. They're going to drop the hammer into Mark 1 from here.
That's going to watch the zone on their drop.
France, Australia, first to manoeuvre away. They're looking for space. Beautiful by De La Pierre, cut the corner, found more breeze. He's on the inside.
It's the French, the Kiwis, and the Americans that opt for that left-hand side. Martini Grail, Mubadala Brazil, and Red Bull Italy and Tita, they go to the other side. Here come the Aussies also checking in.
tight here. Interesting here, Todd. Brazil have got to watch out. The boats there, France, the United States and the Kiwis have got the right of way. Brazil need to be very sure. They look like they're too tight. Got to keep out here. Massive moment. Too late by Brazil there. That's going to be a problem.
Racing now, let's just go.
It's going to be really tight here. Spain have got the right of way. Great Britain, they're pushing too hard here. Dylan Fletcher really should have been keeping clear there. That was a big error by them. That's really going to hurt the Spanish. United still in the middle of the pack. United States find a way around. Great Britain park up. They're stopped in the middle. It's an absolute traffic jam there for the British. They're going to be right out the back. That's surely going to be big penalties. Yes, big penalties on board the British there. I don't know how many he'll get. Potentially 2, 3, 4 from Craig Mitchell. The Kiwis are going to keep it simple. They're going to follow the French boat here. I think the interesting one could be Australia. It might be the opportunity to take a left turn if they can get across in front of Brazil. It's very tight. Not sure if he's quite clear ahead. Huge gain to the Australians there, wasn't it, Todd? They went round that mark in 5th place. They're up to 3rd, but they're not only up to 3rd, they're challenging 2nd and then way, way ahead of the US, who they were behind. So bottom right-hand corner, they look good shape, the Aussies here.
The win in race number 4 will go the way of Team France with Kylian Mbappe on their mast. They bring it home for the win in Los Angeles. Go, look at this.
New Zealand have got it though here, Todd. They're well ahead. They've done a nice job of manoeuvring in front of the Australians. Great start by Emirates. Great Britain out the middle of the line. New Zealand are foiling just. The French, the British and the Swiss are going to be fast in towards Mark 1 from here, and Great Britain and France really need a big first race if they're going to hope to make the final this afternoon. You can see all the other boats fell off the foils doing the manoeuvre. Emirates, Great Britain, it was silky smooth on the first turn, and they're just going to stretch out. As New Zealand, I'm surprised they've done an extra manoeuvre there. They look very slow after that mark.
But right now, race number 5 belongs to Emirates GBR as they are out in front by a huge margin.
Really nice upwind leg by the Australians here. They were 10th at the bottom, they're up to 6th. This will be huge for them in this race to the final. Remember, it's all about making the top 3 after we've done our qualifying races today, and a tactical choice here being made. Australia turn left, is going to go straight on New Zealand.
As they cross the line, the course has been shortened, and that is your Emirates winning moment. So they shorten the course from 6 legs down to 4. As the race is shortened, and crossing the finish line in 2nd place is the winners of last year's event here in Los Angeles and the reigning Season 4 champions, Spain.
Looks like the Canadians are going to do it. Oh, I'd love to know who's going faster. They both, it's like a 100-metre dash, dip for the line. Canada are going to get it. Oh, it's a good start midline by Australia. New Zealand are coming through fast as well, and them and the Italians are going to be driving towards Mark 1, but Emirates, Great Britain, United States, they're shut out. That could be a regatta ender for those 2 boats. Already a couple of gains for Emirates, Great Britain, left-hand side of screen. Spain in the middle struggling, and that race for the final, well, it's crucial Spain gets some good points because Canada have also pulled themselves out of the fire here.
And a penalty coming for the Italians, and it looks like the Kiwis have moved up to 3rd, possibly moving into 2nd place with that penalty.
Massive downwind leg for the French, for the British here. Canada are still hanging in there in 3rd, and then we're looking at France, Great Britain and Spain.
Hallelujah land. The Emirates winning moment in race number 6 goes the way of Tom Slingsby and Australia.
Judged that very well. North Star Canada will get the 3rd. Kiwis put on a little bit of a show for the fans with a double foil across the line there. And well, back in the pack. Where are the Spanish? Where are the British?
This Emirates GBR has got to get this point. They cannot give up another point because that will put them almost out of reach of the final in race number 7. Emirates GBR, look at this. They are 7 points out. They will need an absolute victory in the next race, and they'll need some help.
Racing. No foil yet,
Good start by Emirates Great Britain. Are they foiling? I think they might be about to. Germany have come through on the foils. Switzerland are on the foils. And yes, Emirates Great Britain are on the foils. They need to win the race if they're going to have a shot at the final. And this could be just the move they need. New Zealand, they're sat in 11th, and that will put them 4th overall in the race to the final at the moment. They've got work to do. They're going to go behind Australia and look to turn left. Pressure could be on the Australians rather than the Kiwis after this gate. Besides, this is getting really difficult for the Australians right now. It's going to be advantage New Zealand over Australia.
That's a good line out left.
What a first downwind leg for Peter Burling and the New Zealand crew. Saved their event in that manoeuvre. The Oracle Cloud gives us that race to the final, and Great Britain are ahead, but the same points as Australia. It's important to remember, if you're in a tie break, it's the person that does best in the last race that will get the shot through to the final. So it's good for Emirates Great Britain at the moment.
And Australia just picked up another position as they move ahead of Spain.
Oh, Australia have got it if it stays as it is. 1 point in it. Oh, this is so tense for them.
Emirates winning moment will go to Emirates GBR.
The crucial boat right now is the US. They've got the right of way. They're going to cross ahead of Australia. That currently puts the British in the final and Australia out of it. Australia have got more manoeuvres to do, and they've got to be ahead of USA and Switzerland when they come back together.
Thanks, Anna. And coming up here.
Here's the cross.
He's dialed him down a little bit, tried to make it hard for Taylor to make the mark with no more manoeuvres, but I think the USA team look all right. Slingsby's only hope is to stay foiling and go trailer park around the outside.
Never has a battle for 7th place been more exciting than this. As the Americans get into the circle, they've got the inside line. Taylor Canfield will spin it around. Can Canfield and the Americans hold off the Australians? Great Britain is certainly hoping so.
Australia have got to keep clear. Australia have got to keep clear until they get near that boundary, and then all of a sudden the Aussies will have right of way to keep clear. They're staying on the foils. I think he's done it, Todd.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a sense of drama on board there, hasn't he? Johnny Drama, Tom Slingsby on the boat. He's just got to glide across the line. I think that's enough.
Just enough, as Tom Slingsby will claim 7th. US SailGP will finish in 8th. And by Stevie's calculations and a quick work on the abacus, it looks like Australia has done just enough to get into the 3-boat final.
New Zealand are up and foiling, Canada are up and foiling. We're waiting for the line to turn white. I love where the Kiwis are. All about timing now. How are we looking, Peter Burling? We are on time on New Zealand. The black foils will lead at Mark 1. Australia are late, and Canada have got it all on, but it's going to take some catching Burling and co from here. We'll have a split at gate 2, and we will see who finds more wind after this downwind gate. Right now, the Canadian boat is on the foils. The Kiwis have manoeuvred, fell off the foils, but they're back up and going. As we see from the Oracle Cloud, we got the wind velocity very similar across the course right now. Not a lot in it. It's going to come down to executing good manoeuvres and who's found the best angle. Brilliant tack by the Canadians. Looks pretty good to me. How's that speed? Yes, they've stayed flying, and they have the right of way here, Todd. Massive. Could be a lead change coming here. I like what the Canadians are doing. They're going to turn left. New Zealand are probably going to be forced to either try and dive in front of Canada or dip behind and split away to the right. Big gain by the Canadians, all down to brilliant handling from the crew.
After just one leg, with New Zealand looking like, Stevie, they were going to check out and run away with the victory here. And Giles Scott said not so fast, as he is now pulled into nearly a 200-meter lead. As Giles Scott will spin it one more time to the right, and he'll be 250 meters away from glory.
Going to get it done. It's going to be brilliant for Canada, but right now, neck and neck, Slingsby and Burling. This is going to be huge for the championship as a whole. Right of way is with Australia. New Zealand must be confident of crossing ahead.
And as they approach the line, it has been 727 days in the making. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of North Star Canada.
Elbows up for the North Star Canada across the finish line. Wow, what a result by them. Giles Scott bounces back.
The Kiwis will hold on for 2nd, Australia 3rd.
Amazing effort from the team today. I mean, all weekend and all season, really. it's just amazing. You know, we've had a good one in Sydney, and now to come here and to win is awesome for the team. I'm so proud of everyone.
Conditions, it filled in for us, and in the end, it is Canada that picks up the 10 points. As Canada will move now into 5th, the top 5. Emirates GBR still leads the way, 34, 32 points for Australia, and New Zealand sitting in 3rd on 29.
Perfect by the French. Delepierre's going to be gone at Mark 1 with that start. Absolute magic from the French. Oh, the boat's got so dragged up the start line there.
So at Gate 2, the DP World Gate, it is France that have the lead. Here comes Australia. Looks like they are going to follow, as will Spain, winners of last year.
Australia right of way here, though. Great manoeuvre by the Aussies. They've closed the gap down. France are going to be able to cut on the inside, but they've got to nail this manoeuvre.
They get it.
Yeah, it sounded pretty calm on board. On the inside here, Spain, if they can be inside that yellow circle, then Australia have got to be careful. It is right of way France, but not anymore. On the inside, it's Spain, but the Aussies are going to get round the outside. No problem, no drama. That one's clean as Spain dive inside.
And race 1 of the Oracle San Francisco Sail Grand Prix goes the way of the French as they pick up the victory, and that is your Emirates winning moment with Australia at 2nd and Spain in 3rd.
Tight moment, bottom of our screen. New Zealand on the inside. They've got the right of way. Canada have got to give him room. Burling's going to try and squeeze around. The treadmill's pushing him onto that mark. Has he kept clear? Yes, he has. How's he done that? Harry Houdini, Peter Burling has pulled a rabbit from the hat here, and they're up to 4th. Maybe a late move by the Italians trying to dive around the inside. Could be 2 places lost for Canada, but the Black Foils from nowhere, they're back with a bang.
We talked about it at mark number 1 as Peter Burling is a master of working his way through the field. He was 10th, almost 11th off the line, and here he is claiming a 4th, and it looks like Canada will get 5th ahead of the Italians.
Brazil in the middle of the line, New Zealand the fastest boats, France. New Zealand must keep clear. The French are a little bit early. Watch for the line to turn white.
This is the umpires. France early start penalty.
Oh, they've got to drop back behind the whole fleet. So they've got to get behind the whole fleet. They slowed the Kiwis up as well, and it's opened the door for the Deutsche Bank Germany team. They're going to lead at mark 1, and they could be followed by Mubadala Brazil. It's going to be a pile up here. Poor manoeuvre by the Germans. They might just save it. They've turned late, and they've got back on the foils. Great save by the German team there. They're going to be easily set up for the right turn. Germany have got to keep clear. Oh, that's so tight by the Germans. Whoa, that was pretty well judged by both teams there, I think. Canada have got the right of way here, Todd, so the US team look like they're going to try and turn inside, maybe. No, change of mind on board US. They just sneak ahead of Brazil, well judged. Really tight here. Italy have got the right of way. Oh, that was a tight moment, well judged, maybe. It's really tight in the pack. Canada towards the favoured side. Emirates, Great Britain dive on the inside. Dylan Fletcher saw a chance and he took it. You can't afford to throw away meters at this level of the sport. They've now got the right of way here. Great Britain have got to keep clear. All this does is give the boats behind a chance. That includes the Black Foils, that includes the Roos, and you don't give those teams a free chance. The US team, I think they just had a massive incident. Top right-hand side of our screen, they got really loose on the foils, very high. Rudders seemed to ventilate, looked like they got air around the foils on the rudder. Lost control, disaster for the US team.
As the Canadians come to the line, your Emirates winning moment will go the way of North Star Canada as they get the win. And look at this, you've got
Australia dives inside, Todd.
Inside
Australia had the right of way. They had the right of way, and he took that chance. He's past the Germans.
Penalty Germany.
But what a move by Slingsby, and another place drop back for the Germans. They'll be disappointed there. No love loss indeed. Spain up to 6th as Australia take a 3rd, and they were right at the back of the pack at mark 1. 7 seconds to go. USA winds it up, but they've got to keep clear at the top. You've got to keep clear, USA. Oh, it's going to go.
The umpires early start penalty Germany, Brazil, USA.
That means they go to the back.
Go behind all other boats.
To the back.
Good angle, no wider.
Germany a bit late to manoeuvre there for me, Todd. They look like they really forced Brazil off the foils.
Hey, you stay, Yowie.
We heard Florian say Canada are going to go left turn. Now, if you want to control the lead, you take the same mark as the boat behind you, and then you limit their ability to find that different wind.
Should be fine. Nice one, nice race.
North Star, Canada will finish in second, and the Emirates winning moment goes the way of Diego Botín and Spain. They win race 3 in San Francisco.
Slingsby managed to cut the corner, they're slow. Emirates Great Britain are going to try and dive on the inside, but it's going to be a bit too little too late. Some battle for third and fourth that, as we look to the left on the leaderboard, and we see New Zealand. Can they get an overtake on Italy to try and get a good result in this race? It's starting to get crucial for the Black Foils to pick up some points. The Emirates GBR, but De La Pierre on board France again. He's going to thread the needle. Watch for that learn to turn white.
And a great start for the Americans. Perfect time for Taylor Canfield to get to that line on time, but it is France once again the winners of race number 1, and they figured it out. Quentin De La Pierre very aggressive in that box in the first 3 races, and this time it pays off again like race 1 as they approach Mark 1, and it will be the French that will have the lead. It is France, though, that opts for the right-hand side. North Star Canada follows them, and US SailGP just ahead of the Black Foils, the Kiwis, with the Aussies right behind them. Oh, the Americans!
Oh, the US team, they've had an absolute howler on that bottom roundup. They got too high, they got loose, they've parked it. Somehow, Burling and the Black Foils managed to miss round the outside. The Australians went flying round the outside of them, and they're now going to be way at the back of the pack again. It's getting loose with this breeze filling in.
They've turned the corner. This is going to be a big moment. What happened?
Yeah, hard moment on the flight control there. Hans Henken's in the right-hand screen, as they turn out, they just get too high, and they don't control the timing. Not enough horsepower going in on that wing to sheet it back in. It gets real high. Perfect. That's a great manoeuvre by the French.
Happy that all the can't.
Yes, Paul Campbell, James, talking about higher mode. He's talking about sailing a little bit closer to the wind. Let's sail a bit slower, but try and minimise the distance. Oh, France making an error here. Well, they've opened the door.
Yeah, they have. Look at the speed.
Canada. He's coming, il est engagé. He's going to try and get over that. Oh, that mistake's going to cost the French. North Star Canada are going to get it done, Todd.
The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Canadians for the second time today, just edging ahead of the French.
Oh, I can feel her pain. That manoeuvre there, they just got it all wrong, the French. They'd judged it so well, they'd shut the door, but they just didn't execute it properly. Bottom of our screen, Emirates Great Britain off the foils, and the wheels are coming off for them at the end of today. They've not had a great day, and they're struggling to get around this with the current against them. Could be more manoeuvres to do. Don't expect to see the Emirates GBR way at the back of the pack. Oh, this is a howler for the British team. Look at that, head in the hands there, Nick Hutton. He is not happy.
Over on points. Gonna get stuck on this mark.
Oh, North Star Canada again are on the money. What a start by Giles Scott and his crew.
Great work by Sebastian Schneider and the Swiss team as they have now gone ahead of Canada. At gate number 2, the DP World Gate, it is the Swiss out in front. France now sits in second place, and North Star Canada drops into third.
Okay, coming up.
Oh, France, they can dive inside if they want. They put the foil down. I'm surprised. Oh, he's changed his mind. Late decision change by the French. They dropped the foil, then they lifted it again. Indecision. I think with this current, is coming from the right-hand corner of our screen down towards the top left-hand corner, and that's like a treadmill, pushing them, stopping them getting through the gate. So Australia up to 4th, Spain in 6th.
More pressure offshore from now on.
France are stretching out. They've gone fast there. Big gain to the right turn offshore. Yeah, right of way Switzerland here. The French have got to be here. We go. The green circle comes on, clarifies it. Looks like we're going to have a split. Another big split on the racecourse. Final upwind left here. This tactical decision's who's made the right call.
Final mark, and it will be France making that left-hand turn heading towards the finish line. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the French.
It's tight in there, Spain dive inside. I think they did have rights, they did just. Huge move by the Spanish, that makes a big difference to our overalls. Tom Slingsby will hate that.
Four go down here. Brits are racing. Yeah, four down. I'm pressing on every...
Oh, they're fast in the middle of the line. New Zealand, the black foils are going to have the quicker angle, but Spain, I think, will be able to hang on the inside. It's going to be an absolute drag race to Mark 1. Oh, Emirates Great Britain have done a great job of hanging on the inside. Australia going well as... Big incident! Emirates Great Britain, they put it down there. They got two heeled over. Spain, they've capitalised on that. They're away, and New Zealand in second. Well, New Zealand have got to win this race.
2, 1, up, all the way, and truck in.
I think New Zealand are heading back to where there's more wind. Could be a good little moment for Australia here. I imagine they're going to try and go right turn. They've got to keep clear of New Zealand, but leading off of a right turn, I like that move by Tom Slingsby. He's opened up the course here, and he's potentially sailing back to the side where there's been more wind. Australia right of way here. New Zealand need to be confident to get across. They are not confident. They choose to dip behind. That means they are behind. So good news for Australia there.
Spain has made the turn. Australia will split the course. Here come the Kiwis. Looks like they're going to follow Spain, and then Switzerland in fourth. Spain makes the turn on the final mark, and it is straight to the finish line for them. And the Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Spanish here in San Francisco in race 6.
France are potentially going to be back behind the Swiss here. They've got the right of way, but Switzerland done a great job of coming wide. Let the French in. Now drop the hammer. Pull the accelerator and push, 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 push. Whoa. Beautiful work by Seb Schneider. They set that up well and executed it brilliantly, but that's not good news for the French. Another place dropped.
Slowing down. 3-5, 3.
Pierre is in true fashion being very aggressive at the bottom. It's all about timing now. Nowhere for United. Oh, disaster for Australia. The wing's fallen down. Massive incidents there. Oh my Lord. Oh, that was a huge moment. Let's hope no one's hurt on that. Oh my, wow. I mean, that's spectacular scenes. That is not what we want to see, but what's the good news is everyone's okay. Oh my Lord.
But the race is on here in race number 7. It is New Zealand, it is France out in front.
Big lead change there. Peter Burling, well, he's put the hammer down there. He's going across that tide line. Look how turbulent the water is there. Yeah, here we go. Canada look back of the pack again, 8th. Really not good news for them at all. They've got to start gaining some points with France out in front, Spain in 4th.
So all the Australian teammates on board are safe and accounted for in another tight situation here.
Oh, Jason, they've got to keep clear. Comms were off. Wow, Giles Scott. Cat-like reactions by Giles Scott. Well done.
Look at Brazil coming in with a 3rd. That would be huge for them.
Brazil sailing great in this race, and in fact it's meant the French have had to shut the door on them and try and block them off. Points are tied at the moment, and it's a tiebreaker gets you through to the final, so they are level on points, France. They need to really stay second, but then the Aussies aren't going to sail, so even if they're behind, the French will be in the final. But you can see the Brazilians. This could be a season-defining race for them in these tricky conditions. Spain have the right of way here, Todd. It's definitely more wind towards the bottom of our screen, away from San Fran at the moment. Lisa said that's changing around, but it's a big gain to Spain.
Spanish maintain that priority as France and Brazil have to dip behind them as the Spanish move into 2nd place. And it will be the Blackfoils, the New Zealand squad, as they get the Emirates winning moment. The Kiwis win race number 7. Spain will get 2nd place. France will hold on for 3rd, so a big pickup for them, even though to Stevie's point, they were going to make it into that final because of Australia's mishap. And then it'll be Brazil finishing on an up note. Mubadala Brazil will finish in 4th place.
Oh, the French have nailed it, Todd. They're on the inside, they're fast, they're foiling hard, they've got the right of way, and I do not see anyone leading this French team ahead at Mark 1. Oh, they nailed that start when they needed to. They came through on the attack. Spain are going to have a lovely dive down at Mark 1, and Canada move away behind. Not the best manoeuvre, and France cover. Now it's going to be a sprint as they all try and line up gate 2. It is Spain who do split away. No surprise there. Constant attack for Botín.
Up and have to turn, yeah.
Right of way Spain here, Hannah, and it looks like they're going to get it. Oh, we called it. Left turn at the bottom was huge. This race is all wide open, but the Spanish boat right now looks so fast.
Here we go. It is Spain that'll make the decision first. And they will opt for the left-hand side, so they will go closer to shore. Who will split the course and who will follow?
I think the Canadians will split. They've got to. They're going to save manoeuvres. France are going to follow, but France are going to lose distance doing that. So really, I think for Spain, that was a huge moment. France always had to split. If they followed Canada, they would have just been sailing in disturbed wind.
Slow 3, 2, 1. I'm down.
They make the left-hand turn at the final mark, and there you see the finish line just ahead. As they come across the line, no big shocker here. They won 2 races in the fleet race, and now the Emirates winning moment. The celebration can begin. Spain rules San Francisco again.
Okay, stand by. Stand by. Hold down. You're slow. 3, 2, 1.
It's been a tough start to the season, but what does this win mean to the team?
It means a lot. We've been polishing many things, and I think we've been sort of on a roller coaster of a way. But we're refining details that are really important, and we could see today that we managed to have a very solid day. And I think that's the biggest positive for us. At the same time, that it's a bittersweet feeling because of the Aussie breakage. So yeah, we would like to send huge energy from the Spanish team to the Aussie team. I mean, we could hear it through our comms, even though we had the noise cancelling on. So it must have been a massive one, and seeing that never is nice, so yeah.
So here you go. Here's how it shakes down. Spain gets the win and the 10 points for the season. North Star Canada, they finish in second. They'll pick up 9. And France finishing in third. They pick up the 8 points all the way down to Germany. Deutsche Bank, they only pick up 1 point. And terrible weekend for US SailGP as they get no points. So the season standings now updated, Stevie, and look at this, big movers as Spain sit in third now, 39, 38, 36, as we've mentioned multiple times. 5 different events, 5 different winners. So it's Australia, Emirates, GBR, Spain, New Zealand, and North Star Canada, your top 5.
Quentin de la Pierre on board the French boat's got themselves foiling, but where's he going to fit the boat in? The Bonds Flying Rouge are struggling for a gap as well. Everyone's looking slow when the line's going to turn white.
Oh, Quentin de la Pierre had to bury the nose, Stevie, or he would have had a collision.
There was just nowhere to go through, but it's Diego Botín that's judged it right. And look at that, they're up and foiling on board the Spanish. They're going to roll over the top of the fleet and lead at Mark 1.
At mark number 1, race number 1, it is the Spanish, the winners of the last event in San Francisco. Get a little dip there. So Spain makes the turn around the last gate as they head for home, as they will come in front of the fans at Governor's Island, and they'll get an opportunity to celebrate this first win, and it will be the Emirates winning moment as Spain comes into view. There are the fans, the hardy fans that are riding out this weather system, and it will be race number 1 going the way of the Spanish. So Peter Burling.
So what we're talking about there, they're having to work out how to do a manoeuvre because they haven't ever done it as a 3 before.
Rockwell, Denmark coming through in 3rd place. So a great performance for them, Stevie, a team that we've talked about off air a little bit, how they've been underperforming. They need a big result here in New York.
Nice one, guys. 0.87, yeah, racing.
We're watching for this line to turn red. It's going to be so tight. The Roos are coming in hot at the bottom. Slingsby's absolutely nailed it. Oh, that was a brilliant start by Tom Slingsby on the Bonds Flying Rouge there. What a start from them. They had a good first race, but they should lead at Mark 1 from here.
It's Australia, it's the Stars and Stripes, and it is Rockwell, Denmark going 3 wide as they approach mark number 1 here in New York City.
Crucial decisions now for these marks. If you're at the back of the pack, you've got to look to manoeuvre early and try and get yourself back in the race here. If you're on the outside of the wheel like Canada, like Switzerland, like Rockwell, Denmark, how do you pick your way back through the fleet when you turn onto the non-priority tack?
We got a tight one here with the Bonds Flying Rouge trying to hold their nerve against Mubadala, Brazil, and it's a tight one.
Oh, it's tight. Really tight. Too tight there. Too tight by Slingsby. He had to give them room to get around the outside. I don't know if there was any collision or not. It looked very, very close. So you can see Slingsby's on the outside. He has to give room if they were overlapped, which I believe they were, and it seems to be like Craig Mitchell, the chief umpire, believes they were as well. They have to give sufficient room for the Brazilians to get through, and that does not look like sufficient room to me.
Hey, nice work, guys.
Well, we do have an Emirates winning moment, and it goes the way of the Bonds Flying Roos. For the first time, Australia, under their new name, claims a victory here in New York City.
Battle of Brazil, that was a great result getting a second place, but it's tricky when you fall off the foils.
So Mubadala Brazil, first time they finished in the top 3 since Los Angeles, which was event number 4. And it looks like France will hold on for 3rd. So a big performance there for Quentin Delapierre and the French.
All about timing from here. Watch out for the black foils. They're going to be able to wind it up. They're going to be able to get their timing right. How's he done it? Looking out for Peter Burling in the middle of the line. The line's gone white with go, and it's a drag race between Rockwool Denmark and the black foils towards Mark 1. Australia, France and Canada and Great Britain and Brazil are going to be way, way behind. They've got to make something magic happen at Mark 1 because at the moment they are way out the back.
Here we go, mark number 1 with heaps of rain. Rockwool Denmark on the outside, and on the inside it's the black foils. The Kiwis had a terrible last race. They're looking to bounce back. Remember, they finished in 2nd in race number 1.
Oh, a little bit loose, putting on a show for the fans there. Oh, DJ Khaled, the hype master, will have loved that move by the Germans as they came in front of the fans there, but unfortunately not good for boat speed. They are about to lap everyone here, okay? So they've been up to the top, they're coming down to the bottom. They've stayed on the foils. Well, Peter Burling,
look at this.
I don't know if we've ever seen anyone lap the whole fleet before. This is when the black foils are on fire, they're something else, aren't they?
This is an embarrassment of riches right now, Hannah.
That's right, but they are going to come back in contact with the fleet, so it's going to be really hard for them. They're not just going to be able to punch through and come out the other side, unless they can find a bit of a gap to get through.
Well, Peter Burling has been referred to as Harry Houdini several times, so potentially now we're about to see Moses part of the fleet coming through here. He's going to find a way through, potentially, the black foils. When you're going 3 times the speed, it's just like driving round a little fixed thing in the water. He's going to go round the outside here, no drama.
Deep, yeah. Rudder's on, mate.
Black foils have just brought it home. The Emirates winning moment there, Todd, for the black foils. So they've managed to save a day. They'll be loving that, I can assure you. There's nothing that you can enjoy more than...
So race number 3 goes the way of the black foils, and now we have plenty of time to decipher where they are. So race number 1, New Zealand got a 2nd. Race number 2, they finished in 11th. There's your bad race. You can throw that one away. And race number 3, they get a win. So going into tomorrow, they're going to be in a really good position. But it will be Denmark finishing in 2nd place. Congratulations to Nikolai Sehested and his crew. 4 people on board. Denmark got a 3rd in race number 1, dropped back to a 10th on race number 2, and they get a 2nd on race number 3. Spain brings it across officially. They finish in 3rd.
A good day for the Spanish, that. Tough day out here, really. Here go New Zealand, here come Mubadala Brazil, now it's timing and it's a drag race from here. Brilliant start by the Spanish, great from Denmark as well, but they're going to struggle to keep those fast foils in the water on this reach to Mark 1. The Bond Flying Roos are flying too high there.
So as they approach mark number 1, this is fleet race number 4, and once again it is the Spanish showing everyone their tail lights.
Oh, Botín and crew, what a job they've done on that first leg there. Joel Rodriguez, the flight controller, hats off to him, handling that F50 at the speed. And look how quickly the first turn comes. There'll be less wind in under the fans here, and they're going to all look to manoeuvre away early. Spain in the lead, they control it. New Zealand are blocked. Oh, they're all getting blocked. Italy control the turn. Rockwool Denmark, the British managed to find a way out there. It's so tight after Mark 1 as the teams try and avoid that light wind under the fans. Lead change, Brazil with the right of way. That's going to be a massive gain to Brazil, but Spain are now heading towards that favoured side of the course. Will they make a gain late on leg 2?
You can see the difference in colour on the water, just demonstrating how much pressure difference there is. The difference between the most pressure and the least pressure is going to make a huge impact on your boat speed.
Okay, so Goodison here, Coolin Martini wants to push towards the ley line. Brazil are going to try and get there in one more manoeuvre. They're just up here, one more manoeuvre, then they look for a left turn. Spain's option will be a last-minute dive inside at this final top mark, but this could be the moment for Mubadala Brazil. Yet to win a race in SailGP. Could this be the first one? Big advantage at the moment, but can Spain make a late dive in at the top mark? 2 more manoeuvres for Spain, no more manoeuvres for Brazil.
And now they head for home, and they will come right in front of the Adrenaline Lounge as history will be made on the Hudson as Brazil, Mubadala Brazil with Martini Grail at the wheel, look to claim their first victory in SailGP as they come to the line, and the Emirates winning moment for the first time goes the way of the Brazilians. Martini Grail and Mubadala Brazil win race number 4.
Spanish bring it home second, another solid one for them, but France in third and New Zealand have worked their way back to fourth. This could be huge to try and get to this event final, but Mubadala Brazil, what a tricky race to make your first race win as well. 9 seconds to go. It's going to be Australia and New Zealand at the bottom of the line. Spain at the top. Who's judged it right as the line goes white? Oh, Botín again out the gun like a bullet, but it's going to be the black foils on the inside that I think will be able to dominate from here and lead at Mark 1.
So New Zealand having the inside line as they approach mark number 1 here in race number 5. The winner gets 10 points and that much closer to the event final.
Oh, but Italy have sailed so fast. Oh, Tessie on the flight control. What a job the Italians have done there. Full absolute send by Red Bull Italy. Bit of a better turn away by New Zealand. New Zealand control the first decision. They should be able to manoeuvre away first. And now it's all about what happens back in the pack. Bond's Flying Ruse, they're so high, and Italy again. Oh, the Ruse are up and jumping out of the water. Massive error as the board dropped there. Got too high, splashed down. It's a full reset for the Bond's Flying Ruse after that one.
Look at
Spain
this.
at the moment right at the back of the pack. They miss out on the final by courtesy of a tie break. Of course, tie breaks are decided by whoever does best in the last race. All to do for Spain here. Brazil, France, they're doing the job at the moment, but it's still so tight. Spain have got to find some magic on the upside part of this course now.
And this is a very tight spot as they go to like 6 of 6. We will focus our attention now on the team out in front, and that is France. They will pick up a win here, and this is going to be enormous because we have had 5 races here in New York City, 5 different winners, and the Emirates winning moment goes to the French here on the Hudson.
Black Falls have come second, consistently the best team so far today. But Mubadala Brazil, they're going to follow in behind Emirates Great Britain. Good result for Emirates Great Britain with a third. They need that in terms of the season. Don't think they've got any hope of making the final here really now. But Mubadala Brazil, first and a fourth on Super Sunday.
Okay, coming right in 2, 1, here we go.
10 seconds to go. It looks oh so tight in and around that start. Mubadala Brazil could be a little bit late back to the line here for my liking. 4 seconds to go. Rolex pole predictor sits on New Zealand. Burling spins the boat towards Mark 1, and it's now a drag race. France are out the back. Spain are out the back. Brazil are out the back. This is going to be a battle from the back to get to the final. Oh, the black foils are well positioned on the inside here, Todd. It's an absolute drag race, but I think New Zealand will potentially lead unless the Ruse have just got the inside. They've just got an overlap. Slingsby gives a nudge to Burling. Burling keeps it safe, and it's going to be the boxing crews that get round first. They fly around, and they're going to be setting themselves up for gate 2.
So we'll keep our eye on Spain and Brazil because that really is the battle to see who's going to get into that top 3. France also precariously positioned right now. Why? Because they are sitting in 11th place. They need to make up some room and make up some spots quick. And here we go. It comes down to this. Right now it's France, New Zealand, and Spain, Stevie, has moved in front of Brazil.
Todd. Massive game. You see this dark patch of water where Spain are? It looks like they've just found an absolute rocket launcher gust there. That's like you're playing Mario Kart and you've got a super rocket to fire you up through the fleet. Absolute genius or a little bit of lady luck, we don't know, but Spain have made it count. Massive gain. Brazil needs some magic to get them back in this now.
Looks like the Bonds Flying Roos are going to get the win. The Emirates winning moment goes to Tom Slingsby and the Australians. They win race 2 and they win race 6.
Canada, this could be good for their overalls here. Can they, get a solid result for the overall positions? Great Britain as well. Some of the teams that really haven't performed this weekend putting on a great last race there. Really good race for Emirates, Great Britain as well in that overall battle. It's going to be really close on points, but crucially Spain are ahead of Brazil and maybe about to make a nice dive in on board the United States. How have they done that? They've just sailed straight through the wind shadow and Brazil are pinned out. Oh no, it's a bit of a shocker for Mubadala Brazil. I don't know how the Spanish have just sailed straight through the wind shadow of the Americans there, but that's a great result for both teams. That's going to get them to the final here. What a tight race. Spain control New Zealand at the moment. France have got their own bit of space. It is all about timing. Here come the French. They wind it up. But Quentin de Lapierre dives for the inside. But is he late? Line's going to go wide. It looks like Botin's got it right. What a start by the Spanish. France are out the back. Spain have control at the first mark. And they're going to lead the fleet away.
What do you want?
Look at the speed, nearly 67 kilometers an hour as they hit 70 now, as they hit mark number 1 at the event final. It will be the Spanish that have the lead, the defending champions from season 4 and winners of the last race. They are out in front, the black foils right behind, and France with some work to do.
Oh, we're on board Mark 1, but that was lovely work by the Spanish. They worked themselves up to give themselves a good exit to Mark 1. Spain manoeuvre first. Oh no, Spain were later to manoeuvre than Burling thought. Would be surprised to see a protest there, but I think the right of way was all okay for Spain then. They just about pushed the limits of the rule, but they got it right. All boats are going to turn right, it looks like here. Great news if you're leading. You see left-hand side of the screen, New Zealand are just forcing the issue here. They had to drop 2 boards to get that turn. Always going to be a hard manoeuvre. They got slow doing that, and that could be costly. They felt like this was the time to roll the dice. They had to take a different turn. If they followed Spain, they're definitely behind. You get slow, you're going to lose a lot of distance. They might well lose the French here, and this is just good news for the Spain.
And here they are. The Emirates winning moment once again will go to the team of Diego Botín, Florian Trittel, and company. In New York City, Spain will reign supreme.
Vamos indeed.
Coast to coast, the Spanish are winners in San Francisco 77 days ago and now in New York City.
The conditions were super hard with very up and down breeze, waves, strong gusts, and we didn't find our groove, but through the day we were getting better and better, and we got a good groove for the final.
It's nice to get another US leg win, and yeah, super happy with the result. It was a hard day today. New York is hard in itself with the conditions, so really happy to come out on top here.
It is Spain that gets the 10 points on the overall. New Zealand gets 9, and France and Quentin de Lapierre, they will grab the 8. And now as we turn the page on the 2025 season, 46 points, 1 point clear of the Bonds Flying Roos. So there you see the teams that have won all 5 seasons of SailGP battling out the top. New Zealand now with Peter Burling, Stevie, in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, Burling, they'll be happy with that. And I think the big losers here, really, Canada and Great Britain have lost quite a lot of points. But look at that, all the way from 6th up to the top of the fleet. It's all on for this fight to the grand final. A lot of work to be done by some of those teams at the bottom of the pile, though. They need to rethink. Who's going to get their timing right? Line to the right-hand side of our screen will turn white when we're good to go. United States wind it up. Switzerland wind it up. New Zealand at the top of the line are so fast. Ooh, brilliant from Dylan Fletcher and Emirates Great Britain. He's going to lead at Mark 1 from here in New Zealand. Well, they're going to be on the outside of the bend, and it's going to be hard for Burling and co. They're going to need to be very, very fast. Early manoeuvre coming for Emirates Great Britain.
At mark number 1, it's the home team, Emirates GBR, that have the lead.
Oh, look how fast the Kiwis have gone there as well. Rottwell Denmark, though, aggressive. Sehested holds them wide. Spain dive on the inside. And now right of way New Zealand, Switzerland. Oh, that was an aggressive turn in front there, but the Kiwis have just kept it round the outside. Spain are entitled to run inside Switzerland here, but they probably choose to go straight and keep themselves in some space.
Well, here was the start one more time. Keep your eye on Spain on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, right on the inside, and that's what they've done quite well this season. Is often your position at Mark 1 can be, you know, 3rd, 4th or 5th, but it's whether you can then decide your own tactics, and to do that you want to be on the inside. Wow, look how close that was, Italy. Ruggiero Tita had to make a really dramatic move. As we can see, it's getting a bit loose on board the Spanish boat. That's an unforced error. They got a bit too high on the foil. Joel Rodriguez there just flying the boat a little high.
And what a way to start off your home regatta. Race number 1 at the Emirates Great Britain Sail Grand Prix Portsmouth goes the way of the home team. Emirates GBR take the win. Pete Burling and company showing their class. They take second. Rockwell, Denmark, they needed those points in a big-time way.
All about timing now before that line turns white. Canada could sneak out of the bottom of the line, and the Bonds Flying Rouge are going to be fast.
This is the umpires. Early start penalty, Germany.
Oh, Germany have got to go right to the back of the pack, and they look like they were really early. Oh, here we go. Italy are going to lead here at Mark 1. Ruggiero Tita, this could be huge for the Italians as they get to Mark 1, and they're going to have control of the race course.
At mark number 1 in race number 2, it's Red Bull Italy and Ruggiero Tita, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist that has the lead.
2, 1. He lost a lot doing that. 2, 1. Angle.
Look how tight it is in the pack there.
Yeah, all the way.
Oh, it got loose though. They flew too high. That round up there, it's so easy to put too much lift on the main foil. Raz Costa normally so good at judging those round ups, but he had a little bit too much lift on there, overloaded the rudders, and the whole thing span out.
So here we go, race number 2, and we haven't said this since Chicago. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Swiss. Sebastian Snyder and Switzerland get the win in race 2 here in Portsmouth.
Oh, that's some Emirates winning moment for the Swiss team there, and as you say, it's been a long time between drinks for the Swiss team on those race wins, so they're going to be happy with that. But Dylan and crew, wow, they're going to be happy. They did such a good job after race 1.
And their CEO, Jimmy Spithill, is going to be very happy with what Red Bull Italy did. They had a great start, and they hold on for a 3rd place finish. That's huge points for the Italians.
Start to wind it up the line here. There's going to be a gap through the middle for the Brits, I think. Looking for this line to turn white. Looking for the timing.
Oh, I think the Brazilians
this is
early.
the umpires. Early start penalty, Brazil and USA.
Brazil and USA, they were way early here, and I think we're going to see New Zealand and Spain at the bottom end of the line. They're going to be on the inside of the turn at Mark 1. I think the Kiwis are going to lead from here. Spain makes some space. Expect Botin to spin it hard at Mark 1.
Your board, and Tim, go down, board, 3, 2, 1.
Little slow for the Spanish. They've opened the door for the Swiss again. I'm staggered. He did such a good job of setting himself up, and then he was late dropping the board. Has he given the Swiss an overtake?
The wheels really light, coming back in 5. 1, turning up.
How about this battle right now? But this is for positions 5 and 6, and it's the Bonds Flying Rouge and Tom Slingsby to get the inside of Rockwell, Denmark, so they will hold on to 5th place. Denmark drops to 6th, and then Red Bull Italy comes into 7th with US SailGP back in there in 8th. Race number 3 in the English Channel goes the way of the Kiwis as the Black Foils take the win here in Portsmouth. So a great run for the Swiss if they can bring this one home and take that second. Not too shabby for the hometown team. Emirates GBR, Dylan Fletcher, remember, started today off with a big win, and he's going to back it up with race number 3 with a 3rd.
You know what, I think they'll be the happiest with this one because they were not good at Mark 1. And if you're in the pack, that's where you can easily get stuck. The fact they've managed to overtake 4 boats just from good manoeuvres, sailing quite clean round the course, you know, I think they'll be really happy with this race. New Zealand well positioned at the moment here. The Rouge, well, they've got some space, and Slingsby is going to be able to wind it up from here if he can keep his timing right. They look a little late on board Canada. North Star Canada having a shocker today. Here we go, looking for that line to turn white. Slingsby's going to swing it down here. All about acceleration. Watch for the go. Perfect from the Rouge, and Slingsby, when he needs to pull a rabbit from a hat, he's done it because they need a good race here, and the Rouge are going to lead at Mark 1.
Okay, let's stand by there.
So as they approach mark number 1, it is the Bonds Flying Roos of Australia and Tom Slingsby, the winners of the second event of the season, New Zealand. They are off and running.
Yeah, here we go. We've got that race to the final at the moment, and this is a massive race for Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand look home and dry for the final. I know it was a bit early to say that, and Australia struggling, but you get a good race win, and New Zealand back in 11th. They're last of all the boats that are still currently racing, and you can see Australia scrape into the final as it stands. Long way to go, but one thing that is a fact is that British boat are loving it on home water.
So the fans can get on their feet and tip their hat. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Bonds Flying Roos and their driver, Thomas David Slingsby.
That's some good research you got yourself in there, Todd. David, there you go. I did not know that.
Really great day right there. Look at the number of Union Jacks that are out as they bring it across, much to the delight of the fans. It turned out on a picture-perfect day here on day number 1. It is Dylan Fletcher and company. They cross the line.
Look at that crowd. I mean, it's just awesome, isn't it?
Nice ride, Nico.
Red Bull Italy, they will cross the line in a top 3 position. Germany, Deutsche Bank will finish in 4th. And Mubadala Brazil, Martini Grail, they will finish in top 5.
It's all about acceleration now. Look for the black foils to wind it up. North Star Canada well positioned now. Looking for the line to turn right. Who's got it right? Perfect from North Star Canada out the middle, and they're going to be able to drop the hammer from here. Giles Scott's going to wind it up and send it towards Mark 1. And there go the black foils on the charge.
No need for elbows out for the Canadians as they hit mark number 1 in first place. They get the whole shot. The Kiwis sit in second place. Germany, Deutsche Bank in third, and on the inside, it's Emirates GBR who control that position. And if there wasn't already enough traffic furniture out there with the channel markers, the U.S. now sitting right in the middle, so you have to avoid them as well as they are dead in the water.
Here we go. New Zealand got to keep clear of Canada here. They will be looking to turn right in front. I think the black foil's slow to react there. They've opened the door for the Canadians. Oh, but they've timed it well. Burling, I shouldn't have questioned that. Perfect from the black foil. Slam dunk on top of the Canadian boat as they round gate 3. Look at these points, Todd. If it stays like this in that race to the
this is the umpires. Penalty Switzerland, not giving room at the boundary, go behind France.
Ooh, that's going to cost. Switzerland, you've got to avoid the mistakes out there today. We saw that meeting, didn't we? They've called in a bit of time with Roger Federer, you know, and that's a bit like hitting an unforced error on a tennis court there. You could have seen that coming a little bit early. He will have learnt a lot from talking to Roger Federer, but Roger Federer did not make the simple mistakes. Bonds Flying Roos are right back in the game here. What is Slingsby going to be able to conjure up? He looks like he's going to manage to magic up a right turn, but no, the Swiss shut the door. It's getting very, very busy at that bottom turn. Bonds Flying Roos are on a charge, and that battle between Australia and Switzerland, wow, the Swiss have just got themselves right back into the fight with that mistake they made on the downwind. Hugely costly downwind for the Swiss team. That's so disappointing for them.
On Super Sunday, race number 1, the Emirates winning moment goes the way of the black foils and the Kiwis. They strike first on Sunday.
Oh, there you go. That's one for the fans there. The fans are going to be no doubt happy seeing Burling and co bring it across the line in first place. And look at this, Italy missed the mark. They've been forced wide. They're having to do an extra manoeuvre, all 3 boats off the foils. These are foiling F50s here, so they've all misjudged their rounding. Italy...
Oh, this is going to be a touch!
Oh, Martini needs to not cause a collision and just press the protest button. Now they go. Goodison calls for them to push up. Italy must keep clear here. And the Swiss, well, this could be absolute reprieve for the Swiss here. They've made a real mess of the middle of that race, but there's a parking lot at the final turn. Looking for that line to turn white here. Oh, Brazil were early. That's going to be a penalty. The Swiss have got a great start and Italy have got a great start, but Switzerland are going to need to go very, very fast to get around the outside.
Early start penalty Brazil. Delayed starters New Zealand and Germany.
Oh, the Swiss have done it. Schneider, wow, absolutely nailed that so fast to get over the top. He's in second, and well, the French are back with a bang.
Brazil, your penalties to go behind all boats.
Oh, Craig Mitchell dealing out a tough card for the Brazilians.
big call by the French here. Every other race this event, we've seen people take a left turn. Italy are going to lead out the left turn, and it's really tight in the middle. Rottwell, Denmark with a little flip-flop jibe happening there. Had to avoid Emirates, Great Britain. Dylan Fletcher once again has got himself back in the race, and North Star Canada off the foils as well.
Now this is the umpires. Penalty Australia, relative Canada, not giving room at the obstruction.
Wow.
Chief umpire Craig Mitchell, a busy man today.
Oh my lord, Australia relative Canada. That's unbelievable.
Here it is.
Here we go. So Canada right of way boat. Oh my days. Whoa, look at that, unbelievable. They did so well to avoid a collision there. And the Australians were on the inside of that. See them top right of our shot there. They were way out of that. Huge penalty for the Rouge. They've got to go all the way back behind Canada. Race to the final, and look at that. New Zealand are in, but they're behind Switzerland. A big gap on New Zealand to Australia, though. For the Swiss, that is absolutely huge, as we see a massive incident for the Spanish. Got really high off the foils here. Here we go, we're going to have a little replay here on board Spain, and let's watch here. They get the boat really low in the water, and they're going to turn away from the wind right now, and then look at that. They really put the bow down so hard, and they just come to an absolute stop. They're really struggling here, high in the water, and then look at that. A lot of air around the foils, and they come down with a serious bump.
Race number 6, the second race on Super Sunday. We missed them yesterday, but they reintroduced themselves to the fans here. And the Emirates winning moment goes the way of Team France. Second place will go to the Red Bull Italy squad. Ruggero Tita, as we mentioned, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 4-time NACRA world champion. The Italians take second. And third place, another surprising team having a great run here in Portsmouth, is Sebastian Schneider, and the Swiss, they will take third.
The New Zealand or the French here at the bottom of the line, looking for that line to turn white. The boats are going to wind up. Here we come into the start now. Australia are too close. Burling spins it down, but it's going to be Delapierre. Perfect again out the bottom of the line. The French are going to take some beating from here, and Seb Schneider on board the Swiss. Wow, the Swiss fans are going to go wild, because they're going to be in a good place at Mark 1 once again.
Mark number 1, and it is France that roll around. They push the Swiss to the outside. North Star Canada also in the fight.
Now we have to wait for Kiwi, Seb.
Tom Slingsby looking for speed there. Here we go. This will be tight.
Oh, Seb, that's a
my
big
goodness.
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. We had the rights to go on the inside. That was so tight. Be interesting to hear if anything happens from that incident there. So he's got space now. It's going to work out for them long term, but that was beyond brave by the Swiss there.
Oh, I think the Germans have caught the mark there.
Oh no.
Germans off the foil. I think maybe if they caught something there.
2, 1.
Switzerland needs to avoid any incident with the Australians. They could turn, and they've got to be confident of crossing ahead. Slingsby will hunt him. Slingsby needs to park him up. Oh, that's a big cross there. That was a punchy call. That'll be a question asked, no doubt. Find out if they're clear ahead, whether or not a penalty goes on that Swiss boat. I think they were clear, but they're putting a lot more risk in than perhaps they need to. Great moment for the Swiss. They just need to stick this one more manoeuvre at the bottom. The Australians will have one last chance to dive inside, but they need more than just to overtake the Swiss. I don't see it happening for the Bonds Flying Rouge from here.
Attention back to the finish line. The Emirates winning moment once again goes the way of the Kiwis. Peter Burling and his squad get the win in race number 7. Quentin Delapierre backs up their win in race number 6 with a second in race number 2. So just like that, they pick up 19 points in just 2 races sailed. North Star Canada will come in third on the final race.
There's not easy sailing conditions. It won't be as tight as this. This was so brave by the Swiss. The Great Britain team here turn the boat towards the line. Swiss are coming in fast. New Zealand are going to be slow. It's all about timing now. How's your timing, Seb Schneider at the bottom of the line? Line goes white, and he's absolutely nailed that on board the Swiss boat. The Kiwis were late, and the British team are going to struggle to get over the top from here. Got to keep clear of the Swiss team, but they are not overlapped. Will Fletcher be brave and spin the boat down in front of the Swiss?
And at mark number 1 in the event final, Dylan Fletcher plays it smart, gives room to the Swiss and Seb Schneider. Peter Burling's not out of this just yet, but this is a shortened race, so we'll see how that all plays out. But it is the Swiss that have the controlling position right now as they line themselves up to gate 2.
I reckon the Swiss and the British could get real slow here before the mark. Could be an opportunity for the Kiwis to come in fast around the outside.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like the Swiss, are they working down to a jibe to take that right turn?
They are, but they're making a meal of it. They've gone way wide. The black foils are going to be right back in this here. They were very slow for that manoeuvre on Switzerland there. Great Britain split the course, and now we've got a split, and the black foils are back in it.
3, 2, 1. Hey, we're in this. We've got one and in.
Yeah, they're going to go right turn here at the top here, the British, but so are the Kiwis. That's been the favoured move all day. We got another split, Lisa. We're going to ask you to make the call again. Which way do you like out of this top markers? New Zealand lead at gate 3.
Well, I do like where New Zealand's going right now, but I think long-term Switzerland's going to be in a stronger position.
There you see the Rolex chasing time. It is Emirates GBR trying to track down the black foils and Pete Burling. The Kiwis have an 8-second lead right now, but we've seen that evaporate so quickly on these courses. This is going to come down to just a few maneuvers, Hannah Diamond. Can you stick it when you most need it?
British have right of way. Burling needs to stick this. Here we go, big moment. Comfy ahead for me there, clear cross. That was well judged, but my lord, that was brave. Swiss are off the foils, Todd. They've got a problem. So this is a straight one-on-one match race here, but massive gain on the right turn. A lot less distance sailed for the black foils here. We're hearing the Swiss are out, so it's a straight fight. Can Emirates Great Britain give the home fans something to cheer?
Problems on board the Swiss boat, so they are done. They will finish in 3rd overall, but the battle is on now. Who will take home the top prize here in Portsmouth? The winners of the Emirates Great Britain Sail Grand Prix in Portsmouth. It will be the Kiwis, the black foils. It is your Emirates winning moment.
Boom, indeed, Todd. That was clinical, and they looked like they'd made a bit of a mistake at the start as the fireworks go off in the background. It's all happening on Portsmouth seafront there. What a shot that is. Great result for Emirates Great Britain. But yeah, amazing race, just clinical from the black foils.
To get into the European League with a win is something we're really proud of, and looking forward to continue to build from here. Yeah, a bit disappointed by the start, to be honest. Thought we had a little bit more time to kill on that leeward end than we ended up with. So it was a bit frustrating to I suppose, give away an easy start like that. But kind of knew what the course we were always going to be in with a hunt, and you just had to sail clean and pick the shifts well, which we did, and really pleased the way the group did that.
And it will be New Zealand. This is the season standings, as New Zealand now moves into 1st place over Spain in the Bonds Flying Roos. Remember, Spain was in 1st place coming into this one. Bonds Flying Roos, they stay in 2nd place, but it's New Zealand now that goes from 3rd to 1st. So look at this, New Zealand, the Bonds Flying Roos, and Spain. We are 12, we are down to 11. Unfortunately, Brazil will not be joining for this after that incident during practice racing.
Oh my word, it's a big incident.
Problems,
here.
big problems.
Oh no, and there's a massive incident on board the Brazilian boat. Spain in the middle of the line are the favourites from here. We're watching for that line to turn wide, and we're going to see who's found the perfect timing. Can the British accelerate through from there? Oh,
this is the umpire's early start penalty, Spain.
Yeah, they're going to have to go back behind the whole fleet, the Spanish, but it was the British absolutely perfect at the bottom of the line, and Mark 1, we're going to see these FDs absolutely light up as they turn away from the breeze.
Turn away in 5. Pressure at the mark. 3, 2, 1. Are you loading up here?
Watch the numbers at the top of the wings.
And it is on at mark number 1 with Emirates GBR leading the pack.
Here we go, crucial cross here, right of way Germany. Great Britain must keep clear, and it should be one more manoeuvre for the Germans, potentially 2 for Great Britain at the top. So big chance for the Germans from here. Sprint to the finish coming.
And they spin the wheel to the right, and with the fans just off to their left-hand side, they will bring it home. Race number 1 of the Germany Sail Grand Prix here in Sassnitz goes the way of the home team. The Emirates winning moment goes to the Germans.
What a moment, what a race by the Germans. Where did that come from?
Emirates GBR led for almost the entire race, and on the last upwind leg, Germany comes from behind to take the win. Emirates GBR finishes in second. The USA holds on for a top 3 position.
Spain out the back, accelerate the boat. Australia, the bombs flying roos are trying to judge the start. All about timing now. Wait for that line to turn white. Perfect by the Spanish there. What a start. Australia are going to be out the back.
The umpires, early start penalty, Australia.
Brilliant by the Spanish there. What a start. They're going to be so fast into Mark 1, and it's going to be Rockwool Denmark chasing them down with a faster angle. But again, we've got big breeze coming for Mark 1.
As they approach mark number 1, it is Spain who finished 9th in race number 1 that have the inside line, and we'll see what they do with it. So they make their way through the bottom of the course. Now it's up, and then the right-hand turn will be to the finish here in race number 2. It is still Emirates GBR, but a big game there for the black foils as they now sit in second. Los Gallos, who got the whole shot, the Spanish champions of last season, they sit in 4th, but they are moving up quick. At the top of your screen, there is France and Quentin Delapierre. We turn our attention to the Emirates winning moment, and it will go to Dylan Fletcher and Emirates GBR as they win race number 2 here in Sassnitz. France will take second place, and a great maneuver by Pete Burling as they cut the gate really tight, and now the battle will be on, it looks like, for 4th as the Bonds Flying Roos come out of nowhere. Remember, they had the penalty early on, Stevie, back of the pack, and now they're fighting for 3rd.
Oh, it's unbelievable. They've come flying through, and New Zealand, the black foils are off the foils, the Spanish are off the foils, could well lose a place though. Yeah, the Bonds Flying Roos, well, Slingsby, he was fired up. It's all about acceleration here. Black foils, middle of the line, well positioned. Canada, middle of the line, well positioned. We're watching for that line to turn white, and it's all going to be about acceleration here. Rockwool Denmark minded up. They're going to be bang on time. Here we go. Beautiful by Rockwool Denmark, so fast. Emirates Great Britain again find the gap at the bottom of the line, but they won't have as fast an angle to Mark 1 as the Danes.
Little soft, okay, big puff on in 3.
Big gust coming at Mark 1 here, Todd. Watch the speeds at the top of the mast.
4, 3, 2, 1, bang away.
And at mark number 1, it is Rockwool Denmark as they get the whole shot, and they go over 103.
Oh, what a moment. Fastest speed in SailGP ever.
USA goes triple digits as well.
It'll come down.
Now it is on downwind. After gate number 3, you've got Australia, Rockwool Denmark, the USA top 3, and Los Gallos Spain in 4th.
USA are having a huge day, aren't they? They're sailing very well out there. Looks to me like Los Gallos have picked the best breeze there. They're in a massive patch of wind on the bottom right-hand corner of our screen. They're going to get boosted down the racetrack here, going nearly 7 or 8 kilometers an hour faster.
The win is going to go the way of the Bonds Flying Roos in race number 3. Tom Slingsby and the Australians take it in Sassnitz.
It's tight back in the pack behind them here. We can see North Star and the United States. North Star have got to keep clear at the moment. United States on the inside. Now they've got to give them room, but Taylor Canfield's got it done. In the pack, look at the black foils, 11th. Great Britain, 10th. This opens the weekend wide up here at the moment. People are hemorrhaging points very quickly. Here we go, New Zealand winded up top of the line. We're looking for that line to turn white. 5 seconds to go, Australia well positioned. Here come the black foils up and foiling, but they look a little late. It's go time at the start. Black foils are fast, but on the inside it's Australia. Oh my word, the black foils have found space, found speed. Watch them go.
Ooh, look at this.
We're going to be pushing for another record at Mark 1 again here, Todd. The black foils have got a fast angle. Burling has judged it, pulled a rabbit from a hat, and they're going to be lit up round Mark number 1. Lots of breeze, good angle, big lead for the black foils.
Watch the numbers continue to climb at mark number 1. Just under triple digits.
Oh, Burling went for the race win there. He kept himself deep in the gust. He didn't push the speed too hard. Canada, he's found a massive gust of wind on board Canada and the German team. It's getting really gusty. You've got to be able to maneuver. Oh, no. Big incident here. The United States, they've lost the bow of the boat. And here we can see Port Tack, United States. They've got to keep clear here of Emirates Great Britain. They see them too late. Oh, that's catastrophic. They had to keep clear there. There's no one on the bottom side of the boat looking for that incident. Oh, that's unbelievable. They've just taken. I think the British boat's going to be seriously damaged in that, but British with right of way.
They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Head up, head up, head up, head up.
Oh my Lord.
Hannah Mills called it.
Oh, well, that's the trouble. You've got sets of eyes on the boat so people can look. There was no one on the leeward side of that United States boat looking. If you've not got the right of way, you've got to be looking where you're going. Oh, that's a shocker.
It is the Black Foils who spin it around. 4 races, 4 different winners, and the final race on Saturday will go the way of the Black Foils. Peter Burling and company take the win in Sassnitz. So with the Emirates winning moment going to the Black Foils, now the battle is on for the points behind, and it will be the Bons Flying Rouge taking second. And look at this, the battle is on for the 3rd spot, and it looks like Content de la Pierre not happy with 4th.
Charging, but he's got to give room for Canada to get inside that mark, so Canada will hang on. Essential the Black Foils got a result in that race, and what did they get? They got a bullet. Massive performance by them. 15 seconds to go. Emirates, Great Britain and France are trying to thread the needle. De la Pierre might save this one at the bottom of the line. I like where De la Pierre is right now. Rolex Pole Predictor still on board North Star. Look for the line to turn white. Brilliant by the French, and they're foiling. They're going to be gone at Mark 1 at the moment. Can any of the other boats get up and going and chase them down? North Star are foiling. Top of the Tyne, Italy are foiling as well. As are the Swiss. It's going to be a big drag race for the French here. You can see the French there have actually turned away from the wind. I'm slightly decided by that decision. A little bit of a random decision for me, that. I think straight on for the left turn for Canada is good. They're off the foils here. Could be a mistake by the French. That's going to bring them back into the pack. Can Australia stay foiling? If Australia stay foiling here, or Rottwell Denmark, they could roll right round Emirates GBR very easily here, but it could also turn into a parking lot. Emirates GBR not foiling. Rottwell Denmark commit to the left-hand side. Got to keep clear of the British boat here. All off the foils. Should be good news for Emirates GBR, but there's going to be a park up here. Fletcher will be very aggressive.
And a complete roadblock for the Bons Flying Rouge. Nowhere for them to go. If they opt for the left side, they're going to lose distance. So now the race is on. It's a slow drag race to the finish line in race number 5 on Super Sunday. And the boat that was down and out yesterday is now in the winner's circle, winning race number 5. It's Emirates GBR that takes the win.
The Rolex Pole Predictor sits on the Danes. They have got a gap, but it's all about the pop into the start. Emirates Great Britain, how's your timing, Dylan Fletcher? Oh, they've nailed it. They're foiling, they're fast, and they're perfect at the start line here. They are going to be gone at Mark 1.
Probably going to come back left to Mark. Copy. Coming up a bit.
You've seen it's not all about the start, Todd, but once again the Black Foils are way out the back, as are France and Spain, and it's the Bons Flying Rouge and Emirates Great Britain again that are in the mix at Mark 1.
At mark number 1, it is once again Emirates GBR looking good as they've got all the momentum fresh off the win in race number 5. The Bons Flying Rouge slot into 2nd place, and Germany Deutsche Bank sit in 3rd. Back-to-back wins for Emirates GBR as they cross the line and win race number 6 on a newly repaired boat.
Look out at the top of the screen for the Bons Flying Rouge, looking for the line to turn white. It's going to be a blanket start, but the French have got it right again. France, brilliant start. Germany, brilliant start out the middle of the line. They're foiling the Germans with the pressure. Well and truly on their shoulders, have nailed that. They should be able to drive over the top of Emirates Great Britain with a faster angle here. And the Germans, under the pressure of their feeling, could be in the first 2 at Mark 1.
And here we go at mark number 1 at the final fleet race here in Sassnitz. The French need the points, as do the Germans. And there you see Emirates GBR putting their nose into the mix as well. And as they approach the line, the Emirates winning moment in race number 7 in Sassnitz goes the way of Switzerland. And as they come to the line, it's not a bad Super Sunday for Emirates GBR. A first, a 1st, and a 2nd. And then you'll have the Bons Flying Rouge looking to take 3rd, so they are into the final with Emirates GBR. And then it is France. They check in just at the line in 4th place behind the Australians.
It's all about acceleration. Bons Flying Rouge is going to need a comeback. Look for that line to turn white. Fletcher's going to get it right here. Oh, Emirates GBR are going to be leading at Mark 1, I think, here. They've just got to pop onto the foils. They have. They're gone. They're going to be flying towards Mark 1. Aggressive against Australia. Positioned well against the French. And now fast towards Mark 1. Emirates GBR have got it right so far.
Hey, lefty 5 away. Yeah. Here it is.
And as they approach mark number 1, the question is, how much distance can Emirates GBR put between themselves, the French, and the Bons Flying Rouge? The race for the title is on here in Sassnitz.
Yeah, it looks light after this first mark. The Rolex sprint leader there, GBR. Well, they've nailed that, haven't they?
Hey, no lower now, Jill. Marginal 1 and in. Pressure coming back.
GBR off the foils in no breeze. France foiling seriously 30 kilometres an hour faster. Emirates GBR first to third, I think, here.
That's it. You can't always keep yourself between the fleet and the mark, and just that little bit of separation out of the mark has opened up the door.
And they'll make this turn, and they will see the finish line in front of them. With the Bons Flying Rouge and Emirates GBR closing down, will they have the speed? Can they take it to the line? Here we go. The race is on.
It's got to just stay foiling, Todd. They've got to stay over 33. I think they're foiling still. They're going to get it done, Todd.
Here we go. So the third time is a charm. 3 finals, and now their first event win since season 3. Give the win in Sassnitz to the French.
Allez, les Bleus, gay! Oh, Contan. What a weekend.
The Emirates winning moment goes to Team France. The Bons Flying Rouge will finish in second, and Emirates GBR will wrap up the top 3.
It's been a while since we win a Grand Prix in SailGP, and yeah, I mean, it's always a special feeling, but even more now because yeah, we've been waiting for a long time. It's a dream to come in Saint-Tropez with a win on the bag, and hopefully we will have a kind of the same performance in front of our own fans.
So let's take a look how it all shakes down after this event. It is Les Bleus, the French reign. They get the 10 points. Bons Flying Rouge pick up 9. Emirates GBR get the 8. Black Foils just missing out, 1 point clear of the home team. But a top 5 finish for Germany Deutsche Bank in front of the home fans is fantastic. Los Gallos will come back swinging. Obviously, we get to Saint-Tropez. Then you have Rockwell Racing, North Star, and Switzerland. So here we go. After 8, it looks like this. It is all tied up at the top with 61 points. Best of friends, the Bons Flying Rouge and the Black Foils of New Zealand, they share the top spot. Emirates GBR just 3 points back at 58. Then you have the defending champions, Spain. They sit in 4th on 56. Les Bleus still in the conversation on 47. And North Star Canada on 44. Just a tough weekend, though, for Mubadala Brazil, Stevie, and US SailGP.
It's a very nice setup with all the boats. Spain are in a tricky spot. Who's going to get their timing right? New Zealand are threading the needle mid-line. Let's keep our eyes on them as it turns white. Brilliant start by Brazil, Emirates, Great Britain and New Zealand, and now it's a straight sprint towards Mark 1. I think Brazil can wind it up from here.
And as they approach mark number 1, race number 1, they are almost 4 wide.
That's the voice of Paul Goodison on board Mubadala Brazil there, saying we've got over the New Zealand boat and we've got control at Mark 1.
We're going to need to give room for these guys.
Clear on GBR.
Copy.
What a comeback from a broken boat in Sassnitz, Todd, and then leading at Mark 1.
Welcome back to the show, Mubadala Brazil and Martini Grail, as they are the first to turn away. And there you see on their left-hand side, they've got Emirates GBR, didn't get a great start, got a penalty in the box as they get very close together.
Oh, and GBR have got to keep clear here. They've got to give Brazil, they've got to keep clear. It's very aggressive by Dylan Fletcher.
It looks like Australia is going to be able to lay this one straight in and take a right-hand turn at gate 3.
You can see by sailing aggressively onto the wind of Emirates Great Britain there, they forced the British to do another manoeuvre. They deliberately tried to push them, unable to make the gate. They've had to split. Should be a big game for the Aussies.
And the Emirates winning moment goes to the Bons Flying Rouge in race number 1 here in Saint-Tropez.
Lagayos there have done an amazing job. They took the left turn at the bottom and managed to minimise manoeuvres, and they've overtaken New Zealand. New Zealand in a got to keep clear of Rottwell, Denmark. Sassnitz, well, he's gone into Viking mode there, and he's pushed them hard off the course, but that's just opened the door for the Spanish. What a turnaround in this race. It looked like the Spanish were out the back, but Botín has worked some magic, and Los Gallos are going to take third. Those boats to the left-hand side of the screen are late already. That includes the Bonds Flying Rouge. The black foils are threading the needle, but Dylan Fletcher's got it wound up on Emirates Great Britain. Oh, North Star Canada are going to be so fast from the top of the line. Giles Scott, he needs a good one. He's got a good one. What can they do from here?
As they approach mark number 1 in race number 2, it is elbows out, not needed, as North Star Canada gets the whole shot here, and they will be the first to make the turn.
Oh, the Rolex sprint leader on Canada, North Star Canada there have got that done, and you can see the boats at the back of the pack are still not on the foils. They're labouring in the start area still. That includes the Bonds Flying Rouge.
Nice breeze all the way
Giles
here.
Scott could get the elbows out there because he gave the black foils a nudge, but we know all the boats are going to want a right turn at the bottom. We heard that before. It looks like we're going to set up. It's going to come down to execution. Oh, the black foils spin now. Can the black foils become overlapped inside North Star Canada? I don't think they're going to quite do it. North Star are going to be faster from here, but they've got to be careful to give the black foils some room.
At gate 2, the DP World Gate, it's a tight situation down there between the black foils and North Star.
Oh, Giles Scott did that absolutely perfectly. He gave just enough room, and then suddenly he gains the right of way, and the black foils have to keep clear. But back in the pack, well, it's all on. Great Britain have lost a lot of distance, but France again labouring in ninth, and the Bonds Flying Rouge are way out the back.
Copy, comes on them, Nick. We'll match them. Copy.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have good breeze all the way into the mark, so they've picked a nice lay line there, but it looks like the black foils underneath have got a big right shift and might be able to lay it.
Oh, he's got a candy wrapper, he's just wrapping it. He will be slower, but he has the right of way. North Star are going to have to try and slingshot down the inside here, use their speed, but I imagine Burling will have a trick in the bag for that one.
I'm not sure they can claim that they saw that one coming, to be honest.
No, you got to ride your luck sometimes, but the black foils have absolutely nailed that.
Pistol Pete Burling picks the right time to get a little gift from Mother Nature, and the Emirates winning moment in race number 2 will go the way of the black foils, just ahead of North Star Canada.
Nice race, guys. Nice, guys.
Rolex pole predictors on board Spain here. The wind is rotated a long way right. Bad news for Canada. Black foils might thread the needle here. It's all going to be about winding it up into the start. Los Gallos have control. USA and Canada are out. Oh, the black foils. He's threaded the needle through there. What a start by Burling. What a start by Botín. And now these two are in a straight arm wrestle fight towards Mark 1.
With just 11 boats in the start box, Mubadala Brazil out because of hydraulic issues. Canada, North Star, and the United States also took themselves out, so plenty of room at the front of the spear. And here we go at mark number 1, and it looks like Red Bull Italy's got the prime location.
Yeah, Spain gave a little nudge to the Kiwis there, sailed a bit high, and in doing so took themselves out of it. Ruggie Tita there, he's done a great job of taking advantage, but potentially slow to manoeuvre out of mark 1 here. Has he got himself in good breeze? So we're going to come in and have a look at the replay on the United States. We can see that they can't go over the line early. That mark to the left was the mark there, but the fleet was stopping them from going through it. So it was a big shift in the wind. A little bit unlucky in some ways. They did position themselves at high risk. We saw that Canada led at mark 1 in race 2, but they've got to take a bit of risk if you want to lead normally.
Germany has fallen back, Stevie. The German team is now sitting in fourth. It is France, the home team, that's out in front. Red Bull Italy in second. And Emirates GBR, once again, Stevie, a consistent team, always in the top 5.
Well, they are. And if we go here and look at the Oracle Cloud for the data, we can see Emirates Great Britain, they're converting poor results into good ones. That's what's a good thing. But they're doing that by staying in space. Germany manoeuvred in a weird position for me then. They tapped right in the pack, and now they're suffering. They were a bit of a slice of ham in a sandwich there. Easy for me to say that. But and they just dropped right out of it. They squeezed, couldn't sail their mode. I think the key in this condition is manoeuvre when you're in pressure, but try and keep yourself in space to sail fast. That's what New Zealand have done. They've got themselves right back in the race by getting a bit of space here. They're still in the pack, but they're going to be splitting from the fleet at this top gate. They'll be challenging hard on that Italian boat.
Oh, look at Spain cutting to the inside of the French.
Is the gas coming now?
Around the buoy they go, and there they see the finish line with the legend Jimmy Spithill, their CEO at command, and you've got Rogero Tito out in front, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 4-time NACRA world champion, and now you can add to his resume a winner at SailGP, and it comes in the 3rd race at the Rockwell France Sail Grand Prix, Saint-Tropez. Welcome to the show, Italy.
Oh, there'll be some ripples on the Red Bull now, won't there, out there? A windy race win, and the Italian fans go crazy. And we know one Jimmy Spittl's going to be pretty happy on that shore as well.
No question about it. One of the newest teams in the league, and a strong performance in tricky conditions. Los Gallos will finish in 2nd place. And it looks like the Black Foils will hold on for 3rd. Now France coming in full steam ahead. They'll try to steal that 4th, and it is be Germany Deutsche Bank in a top 5 situation.
27.
Delapierre might need to change things up here. He's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree coming in here, but I don't know where the gap's going to be. He's rolling across the front. This is some move by Delapierre here. Oh, he spins it in front, and he's got to park it. He's going to struggle to park. The Black Foils, they're going to be off the corner of the course here. Rockwool, Denmark out the middle of the line are well positioned here. Mubadala, Brazil again. The whole fleet's going wide here. Big rotation, and the Bond's flying ruse. Oh, I think he's over early.
Early start penalty, Australia.
Oh, that's a shocker, and it's going to be the Germans that are going to be miles ahead at Mark 1 from here. Slingsby is going to blow up about that one.
So they have to fall behind the fleet, and look at the speeds, 97 kilometers an hour, as Germany Deutsche Bank will get the whole shot in the 4th race today.
All the way.
You can hear the voice of Stuart Bithell there, the wing trimmer on Germany.
Oh, Rockwool, Denmark, they lost control, got off too high on the foils, couldn't manoeuvre up. Massive error there. They just got so loose coming in that. If you're too fast, you can't turn the boat up. You've got to kill a bit of speed to be able to turn it into the breeze. Rockwool, Denmark came in absolutely hammer down. Couldn't turn the thing up, and they've lost 6 places in the blink of an eye. Tricky manoeuvre here. New Zealand, oh, they didn't have a... Oh, it's tight in the pack there! Wow. Switzerland late to manoeuvre on the Kiwis. Wow, they maybe didn't see them. That was so tight. The Black Foils avoided. Is there an overlap? Australia have the right here. Burling must give space. Slingsby's back in the game.
No doubt about that. Tom Slingsby was going to slot it in there. If he had an inch, he was going to take it. And that's exactly what he does. And look at this. The Bond's flying ruse now into 3rd. The battle is on, though, as Emirates GBR now has moved into 1st.
On Canada parking in front of Australia. They had to keep clear, and they've come crashing down off the foils there.
And a penalty to the Bond's flying ruse. And the word is they did not give enough room to the Black Foils at the mark.
Well, I'm surprised. They must have not been overlapped, so it would have been the other way round, where New Zealand didn't need to give Australia room, is all I can think there. It looked very tight to me, but they do have the data in the umpap that will give it the distance to within millimetres. So I'll bow to the judgment of the umpires there, but it's a lead change. Australia have to let New Zealand past, and I'll look forward to hearing the feedback on that after racing.
As they come down the home stretch, it was a tight race all the way through all 6 legs, but in the end, the Emirates winning moment goes the way of Emirates GBR. Dylan Fletcher and company take a bow in race number 4.
3, 2, 1.
Great race, though, Stevie, for Germany Deutsche Bank. They were in the mix. Eric Coastgarten-Heil and his crew really rock solid in second place, and it looks like third's going to go the way of Mubadala Brazil and Martini Grail.
We can see a tight race here. New Zealand and Australia in a sprint to the finish. Australia managed to burn off that penalty somewhere up that upwind leg, and they're going to hang on to a fourth. What a result for the Bonds Flying Rouge. This is absolutely crucial, and they delivered when they had to.
Turning up.
Some really tough news on the ground here in Saint-Tropez. Unfortunately, due to the threat of thunderstorms and lightning, which is very high risk for the F50s and the athletes, we've had to cancel racing today. So it's all hands on deck right now at the tech site to pack up before the storm rolls in. But yeah, just so unfortunate, but lucky we had such a magnificent day of racing in Saint-Tropez. It really delivered top level racing. It was tough out there, and we're looking forward to more racing next week in Geneva.
Back in Saint-Tropez, and this becomes a big situation because provisional results now become official. It will be Emirates GBR who pick up the 10 points and the win despite not a second day of racing. The Black Foals of New Zealand will finish for second, and Los Gallos Spain desperately needed this performance. They finished in third. Germany Deutsche Bank, Bonds Flying Rouge round out your top 5.
It's time to celebrate. Congratulations to Emirates Great Britain's SailGP team.
Amazing to win. Great day yesterday. Obviously gutted for the fans and everyone that we can't race today, but yeah, what a day yesterday.
It was spectacular. Racing was so difficult, Dylan. You must be pretty happy you came away on top after day one.
Yeah, absolutely stoked. Yeah, great day racing and 80-metre wings, and we're just looking forward to Geneva. You know, disappointing not to be out there, but Geneva's going to be fantastic.
So now we look at this. How about that? After 9 events, it is the Black Foils now that have taken over the top spot. They are 2 points clear of Emirates GBR, the winners of this event. The Bonds Flying Rouge still in a top 3 position. And then you've got Los Gallos just 3 points back of that. And that's where really Le Bleu of France still has an opportunity to make it to the top 3. But for North Star Canada, that was a brutal, brutal terminal blow to them, not getting any big points at this event.
Oh, Rolex pole predictor sits on board Mubadala Brazil, but can they get on the foils from here? We know these new light air foils get them up and foiling well, but Burling is going all the way round the outside on the black foils. He's looking to line it up. We're looking for that line to turn white, and now it's all about timing. How's your timing, Peter Burling?
On that forward, Lee. Very nice start, guys.
This is the umpires. Early start penalty, Australia and USA.
Oh, the black foils!
Gone.
What a start from Burling. He is gone down the road on board that boat. He lined it up 20 seconds out and he nailed it.
It is all Black Foils. Peter Burling and company, they are checking out and get the whole shot.
I think as well. Nice work by Rockwool Denmark. Stayed calm, got the boat foiling. As does 2 for Emirates GBR. And I think the first 3 boats could really stretch away here.
This is the umpires. USA, you've been disqualified for barging at the windward end of the line.
Oh, black flag.
Black flag for the Stars and Stripes.
Hi, Rick.
Bottom of the screen there. They're trying to sneak in between the mark and the Danish boat, but the Danish have the right of way. Denmark has to avoid a collision to let the Americans in, and that was deemed to be too reckless, too aggressive, endangering the boats, and that was a black flag penalty on the United States.
Winning moment going the way of the Black Foils as New Zealand strikes first in Geneva, and they will take the first victory of the day with 3 more races still to come, but not sure what Mother Nature's going to give. So Stevie, you got to strike while you can, and that's exactly what Peter Burling and company did. The Kiwis win race 1 in Geneva.
Rockwool Denmark bring it across in second place.
Dylan Fletcher and Emirates GBR will claim 3rd place.
Let's go right up to the boundary here.
Rockwool Denmark and the United States are tussling at the top of the line. I'm not sure there'll be room for Rockwool Denmark here. Keep your eyes on the Danish. They're going to force it in. Is this going to be a role reversal or is it clear? I think Rockwool Denmark's just got round the front of the US team. Oh, that was brave by Sir Hested. But if he can get foiling, and he is foiling, Rockwool Denmark are going to blast over the fleet from here. Can they get round the Bonds Flying Rouge?
has the confidence and has the steely conviction to make it happen, and it will be Nikolai Sassnitz, the Flying Vikings, up and foiling as they approach mark number 1.
He said 1 and in there, Todd. It looks like pretty good breeze straight in front of him. So Rockwool Denmark are going to extend away, I think. It's about 5 wide for the middle of the pack.
Yeah, let's go all the way.
Lisa, is there any more breeze where the Australians are hoping for? How glidey are these new foils?
8 seconds.
They definitely have said that the foils are way more glidey. I think what we're seeing is actually on the shore where the grandstand is, it looks like there's really good pressure. So where Emirates Great Britain and Los Galos are heading. But because Australia had that really nice maneuver and they wanted to be able to pop on that bearaway, that was an excellent execution, and they seem to have nailed this next foiling maneuver, so they'll be come out strong here.
Soft through here.
It is the Bonds Flying Ruse that will strike, and they will get a victory in race number 2 here at the Rolex Switzerland Sail Grand Prix Geneva. Tom Slingsby and company, the Emirates winning moment goes the way to the Australian.
3, 2, 1, locked.
Switzerland will get second place, and a big performance for the home team. So coming to the line is Emirates GBR, the winners of the last event in Saint-Tropez, as they squeeze across for 3 points. Of course, they finished in 3rd in the first race, so 3 and 3 back-to-back. But it's the Australians, the Bonds Flying Ruse, that get the win. Swiss 2nd, British 3rd.
All about finding a gap for the black foils, all about acceleration for the Danish, for the Spanish and for the Germans. I think the black foils are going to be too late. Emirates GBR are up and foiling potentially at the bottom of the line as well. The black foils, can they poke through and stay on the foils?
Here we go at mark number 1, and they do it NASCAR style, 3 wide as they come around.
It's the French, they've gone so fast on that first leg, Todd. They need a good result here, France, because they're well back in the mid-fleet, but it's brilliant from the French. Another consistent one from Emirates GBR and Canada, another team in need of a big result.
Content Delapierre and team coming up to the finish line here slowly, but they have a massive lead, and the Emirates winning moment in race number 3 at the Rolex Switzerland Sail Grand Prix Geneva goes the way of the French. After a dominant performance in Sassnitz, they come back here in Lake Geneva and put on a great show in the 3rd race of the day. Well done, Giles Scott, as he brings across North Star Canada. They will officially finish in 2nd place. And now the battle is on. Who is going to find any kind of breeze? Because right now it is a drift fest.
Australia seem to be really leading it. They're using the board that normally would be stowed up in the boat to minimise drag. They're pushing that down to lift the hull up. Definitely a new technique that we're seeing with these T-foils here. Australia really going well with it, and what a result that is to get a 3rd there.
Rolling up here. Nothing.
So finishing in a podium position on the day, the Bonds Flying Ruse wrap up their day with a 3rd place just behind France and North Star Canada. So a master class there by Tom Slingsby, as Stevie pointed out. They somehow salvaged dead last positions at mark number 1 and turned them into top 5 positions.
Rockwool Denmark well positioned to get a good bit of acceleration here. It's now all about execution for the 3 sailors on board the boat. Rolex Pole Predictor sits on the Spanish, but can they execute from here? The bows turn to turn and burn on New Zealand as the line goes white. Australia have missed the start at the top end here, shut out by the Spanish. Germany are going to be up and foiling. Rockwool are up and foiling, and expect the black foils to charge in on a faster angle to mark 1.
Nothing, rest.
So the battle to get up on the foils is on as they approach mark number 1. This is race number 4 of the Rolex Switzerland Sail Grand Prix Geneva, and it is Germany Deutsche Bank that are out in front and foiling.
Beautiful start by the Germans, sailing silky smooth. The Italians look smooth as well up on the foils. Tricky balancing act. We've got the high-speed rudders on here today, so a lot of lift at the front of the boat, less at the back. Manoeuvres will be very, very difficult. Can Germany keep it smooth? We're going to get to look back at the start here, Todd, and obviously my eyes were distracted to the bottom of the line, but we see Australia top of the line here, and they're trying to find a way in, but no, Spain just rotate the boat. There's no room for Australia to dive in there between Spain, so Slingsby, bit of maturity there, decided to bail out and fight the race later on.
Yeah, it's a bit of a change around from yesterday where Emirates GBR and the Bonds Flying Rouge was so consistent in getting to that Mark 1 really nicely, so they're going to have a lot of catching up to do.
See the Oracle Cloud here giving us the live speeds, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and see huge differences. Germany 30 kilometres an hour nearly, Italy under 20, and they're the first two boats. I think it's going to be that kind of day out here today. You could end up well back in the fleet, but if you can find a gust of wind, here you go, Stu Biffle. He's feeling pretty cocky and confident on board that German boat at the moment. See you later to the rest of the fleet, but can they keep picking it together? If you fall into no wind, as Eric's talking about there, this race can turn on its head very, very quickly.
And the Emirates winning moment, the first one on Super Sunday, will go the way of Germany Deutsche Bank and their driver, Eric Kostgarten-Heil. It's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, four-time NACRA world champion, Red Bull Italy, Ruggero Tito. He brings the boat across, so they officially finish in second place, and we are 4 minutes away from race termination. So the race is on. Get yourself an extra position if you can, and that's exactly what Pete Burling and the Blackfoils are doing as they move into fourth ahead of USA SailGP.
Rock will have done a nice job. They're going to bring it across the finish line in third. United States, well, they will be well set for fourth, and it's going to be a place lost on this downwind leg for the Blackfoils, and it's a day where you can't afford to lose many places, because I think that means it will put Rockwool Denmark 1 point ahead of them before, we hope, a fifth qualifying race for all the fleet out here on the water in Geneva. It's all going to be about what breeze comes towards the line now. Execution, execution, execution. The Blackfoils turn towards the line. We're looking for the line to turn white. Who's got their timing right? Oh, they're all behind the lines, and the Blackfoils have got a great start out the middle, as of the USA. It's now a game of acceleration. Emirates Great Britain are on the back foot. It's going to require a huge comeback from them to get back in this race.
And on the gradual approach to mark number 1 here in race number 5, the final fleet race of the day, it looks like Spain is going to have the position.
I think Spain are going to be on the inside, and this could be the race to keep their season alive, because they're sat pretty well back on the rankings here in Geneva. But if they can get a win, Rockwool Denmark are out the back, Emirates Great Britain are out the back, the Blackfoils are not in good shape either. This could be huge. Germany Deutsche Bank as well, they could make the final here. If things stay as they are at Mark 1, this race for the final is going to be so interesting. British boat looking to accelerate. Spain are going to get the win here, Todd. Germany second, Switzerland third, and I think that could well be our top 3 boats for the final.
And there you go. The race to the final is on. The Bonds Flying Rouge on 34 points. Germany Deutsche Bank would be second, and Switzerland would get in their third, just getting ahead of Emirates GBR.
Switzerland, what a result for the hometown team there. Second, they're into the final.
But the USA, they could possibly be looking at a third if they can get ahead of Germany here. That would give them a 3 and a 4 on Super Sunday.
Yeah, they love these light conditions on the German boat. There's no doubt about that. That's where we saw the really perform in Event 1. Dive for the finish.
And it'll be Germany Deutsche Bank that edges out US SailGP. So the Americans go 4 and 4 on Super Sunday. Good performance for them.
Rolex pole predictor sits on board Slingsby and the Bonds Flying Rouge. Middle of the line's the favoured place to be, but it's all about execution and timing from here. Australia's off the foils. Germany Deutsche Bank are foiling fast. Go for the line now. It's go, go, go. No space at the top for the Swiss. Could be a protest at the top of the line there.
Early start penalty, Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland tried to force him. That's opened the door for Germany Deutsche Bank. Eric Heil will lead at Mark 1. Massive lead for the Germans.
And for those broadcasters that need to leave us, you can get all the results on the SailGP social channels, as well as full coverage of this finale between the Swiss, Germany Deutsche Bank, and the Bonds Flying Rouge, as it is all on here in Lake Geneva at the Rolex Switzerland Sail Grand Prix. Here we go. It is Germany Deutsche Bank out in front at mark number 1. They are the Rolex sprint leaders. Switzerland trying to get back into the fight, and it is the Bonds Flying Rouge who will walk away with the 10 valuable season points. We are about to find out, but Mother Nature has filled in nicely. So for those of you leaving us, check on the internet. You'll get all the final results for Stevie Morrison, Hannah Diamond, Lisa Darmanin. I'm Todd Harris. The racing continues on here in Geneva. Who is going to walk away with the big title?
Can Germany get back up on the foils? Look at the live speeds from the Oracle Cloud. 6 times as fast on the Australian boat as they are on the German boat. If the Australians can stay foiling, this distance will come down in the blink of an eye, but will the German team be able to get up and foiling again?
100 meters to go here, and it will be official, and it will be a first. Welcome to the winner's circle. The Emirates winning moment goes to the first-time winners at SailGP. Germany, take a bow.
Get in there! Get in there!
Only 3 athletes on board, Stevie, but that's all they needed.
Well, they'll be celebrating in Germany, though, won't they? We know what a big fan base SailGP's got over in Germany, and there'll be huge celebration. Eric Heil, a little bit of emotion there. Nice to see. What a result for the Germans. It's been coming. They've been knocking on the door since Sassnitz. Great result for the Australians. Yeah, a bit gutting for them, I'm sure. They just didn't get the start they needed.
Well, the one thing that might put a smile on the face of Tom Slingsby is that the Kiwis didn't make it into the final. So they're going to pick up some points in the overall on the black foils as the Aussies do make it into the final. So they will pick up the 9 points on the season. And a great run for Switzerland and Sebastian. They just did a great job, Stevie, across the weekend.
They did a fantastic job. I mean, they got a bit out of shape in that pre-start. They perhaps had a better shot at it than they then executed. So they'll be disappointed. They ended up forcing in front of the fans. But yeah, they're going to be happy with the top 3.
Very good time for the team to get some success. They were working all really hard and really cool, really cool.
Germany, Bonds Flying Ruse, and Switzerland, your top 3. Emirates GBR, they'll pick up 7 points. Los Gallos get the 6. Rockwell Racing, Stevie, to your point, unfortunate for Le Bleu and the Black Quills in New Zealand only picking up those 3 points. Tough going for North Star. USA SailGP picked up 2 good 4th place on Super Sunday, and then Red Bull Italy, a terrible day for Mobile Brazil with damage to their boat before the racing even got underway. So we add those points to the overall 10 events complete with 2 more to go. It is the Bonds Flying Ruse that have now surged back into the lead by 1 point, clear of Emirates GBR, and the Black Foils holding on that 3rd and final position. Now all attention is turned to Cádiz and Spain. Los Gallos, they will look to get a big win on their home waters. Le Bleu on the outside looking in as they drop back to 56 points. So now what we talked about was 5 teams battling for 3 spots. It's now really 4 teams battling for 3 spots.
Top of the line's going to be a big fight. This start will be crucial. Rockwool Denmark have got the black foils pinned at the moment. What's Berlin going to do? I don't see a gap. He's going to get held out. Germany come threading the needle here. Eric Heil on fire. What a start by the Germans.
Penalty Denmark.
Over the line, Denmark, they got to go to the back. Brazil from a penalty in the pre-start must also drop behind the fleet, and it's the Swiss and Great Britain at the bottom of the line that are going to be leading at Mark 1.
So as Rockwell tried to hold out the black foils, it is going to cost them. And as they get to mark number 1, it is the Swiss that look to have the whole shot. Great job by Sebastian Schneider with the Americans, Emirates GBR, and the Germans all in play.
Stay fast, huh?
Swiss must give room, but as soon as they exit the mark, the British are going to be under serious attack from Snyder. It's going to be Snyder on the Swiss boat. It's going to put the clamps here onto the British boat. British must keep clear, but he's just done enough to push them wide.
Gas, bit of gas. Okay.
Australia and New Zealand in a tight situation with the Swiss here. That was so close. Oh, the Swiss had the right of way there. New Zealand potentially had to give Australia room, but could the Aussies have moved sooner?
Emirates GBR on race number 1 here at the DP World Spain Sail Grand Prix Andalusia Cádiz, part of the Rolex SailGP Championship, and drawing first blood here on the Atlantic Ocean, it will be Dylan Fletcher and Emirates GBR that win race 1.
Nice race, guys. Port down, you good?
The Swiss finish in 2nd place, and it looks like US SailGP Taylor Canfield and his crew will come across in 3rd.
Over them, I think.
Rockwool Denmark well positioned, top of the line. Spain well positioned at the bottom. 8 seconds to go. We're looking for that line to turn white. Penalty goes on board the Ruse there for not keeping clear. Look for the acceleration. Clear start, the Black Foils have found a gap out of nowhere. They're going to be quick, but are they going to be quick enough? Emirates Great Britain are foiling, United States are foiling. Top of the line, it's Germany again that look like they're going to be fast, I think, as we head towards Mark 1. Yes, there it is, drag race, Germany, Rockwell, Denmark, they've got the fastest angle to Mark 1.
And look at that sea stake. They're both dipping, rocking back and forth like a rocking horse. But as they approach mark number 1 in race number 2, it is Germany Deutsche Bank this time that snags the whole shot, tucking in just behind them. It's the Black Foils, and on the outside, it looks like it is Rockwell Racing Denmark. As we deliver the SailGP insights courtesy of the Oracle Cloud, we want to remind you that coming into this event, it was the Bonds Flying Rouge, the 3-time champions, that led the overall with 76 points. Emirates GBR in second, 1 point back. The Black Foils 3 points back, and Los Gallos, and this is the important part, they are on the outside looking in on 70 points. Not in the top 3, but Stevie, only 6 points behind the Bonds Flying Rouge. And right now, Australia already is saddled with a 9th, and they currently sit in 11th. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of Rockwell Racing in race number 2.
Good job out there.
Second place, though, goes the way of the Black Foils, so they'll have nice recovery for them. Stevie and Hannah, they were 11th in race number 1. They bounced back with a 2nd. So a nice bounce back as well for Los Gallos as they go from last in race number 1 to 3rd in race number 2.
Australia well positioned this time. Rockwell well positioned on that fast angle again. It's an acceleration game again now. Out of the middle of the line, it's going to be Burling on the Black Foils, timing this perfect. What a start by the Black Foils when they needed it, and he's going to drive over the top of Emirates Great Britain and the Bonds Flying Rouge. He's going to be sending his main rivals back down the fleet.
Oh, it's just below.
Spain are out the back as well, Todd, left-hand side of screen. That's the Spanish wallowing here. Another huge moment in Season 5 of SailGP, potentially. Slingsby pulls a rabbit from the hat, and he looks like he's going to get 2nd at Mark 1.
At mark number 1, it is the Black Foils who make the turn first with the Bonds Flying Rouge with a beautiful recovery. And whatever the Germans had for breakfast, Stevie, you, Han, and I should also be having it because they are in the mix again.
Back of the screen, Todd, the Black Foils are off the foils. Massive error by them. This could be hugely costly at this point in the race.
The question is, can they make it into the gate? Looks like one more maneuver for the Bonds Flying Rouge. Will they go right? So a beautiful bounce back for the Australians after finishing 9th in race number 1, 11th in race number 2. They win race number 3.
Denmark has 2 good ones in a row for them, starting to find form at the end of Season 5 here.
Now the battle is on. Who's going to finish in 3rd? Is it going to be Germany, Deutsche Bank, or Switzerland? Eric Heil and the Germans coming around the outside, and it looks like they're going to pick up another spot. Well done, Germany, Deutsche Bank.
2, 1, crossing and heading up. That was epic.
Burling's lining one up in the middle of the line here. Black Foils are coming in hot. We're looking for the line to turn white. It's all going to be about an acceleration game through the middle here. How's your timing, Peter Burling? Oh, he's been a little bit late in the middle. The whole fleet neck and neck, but the Black Foils should be fast. Rockwell Denmark should be fast. And on the inside, Emirates Great Britain should be able to just cling on.
And it is a massive traffic jam as they approach mark number 1, but it looks like the Flying Danes will get the whole shot. Denmark out in front.
Oh, Todd, this racing is getting crazy. Look how tight it is at Mark 1. I think Emirates Great Britain are overlapped on the inside. Black Foils must give space. And the Bonds Flying Rouge, look, they're off the foils and out the back.
On and in tight, but on.
You look at the Oracle Cloud, and you can see actually breeze is quite steady out there, Hannah.
Yeah, it is, but I think that's not necessarily making it any easier because it means there's less kind of passing opportunities. You've got to find space rather than be able to find that wind where it is on the course.
The cream of the crop, the 2 best teams, no question about it, today have been Emirates GBR and the team that's about to cross the finish line, Rockwell Racing Denmark. For the 2nd time today, the Danes take a victory in Spain.
Black Foils dive through the fleet. We're looking for the line to turn white in 7, 6, 5 seconds. Brilliant from the Black Foils, all about timing and acceleration now.
This is the umpire's early start penalty, Denmark.
Oh, and I think he was well to take that, Todd. That was marginal on a black flag by Sir Hested there. He was very aggressive. Will need to drop to the back of the pack as we see the Bonds Flying Rouge and New Zealand in a drag race to Mark 1.
And as they approach mark number 1, it looks like it will be the Black Foils, the Bonds Flying Rouge, and Los Gallos, the 3 teams that need the points the most as they make the turn. And as you have noticed, folks, a bit of technical interference in Cádiz. It is affecting the live feed, likely from the other sources around here, as the SailGP systems are working normally.
I'd say we're close.
It looks like the Spanish have found some speed in the center of the course.
Oh, I don't know if you saw the wing adjust there. They'd not gone onto the downwind settings on the black foil wing. You heard there, Burling said, is the wing cambered? Is the wing big enough? If you've ever been on an aeroplane, Todd, and you come into land, you've got to make the wing more powerful, give you more lift at a lower speed. Well, it's the same downwind. Because there's less drag, they can power the wings up. Took missed the button, I think, there. Burling had to call it advantage Spain. Speed change.
Spain has gone from 3rd at the previous mark to 1st, and in front of home fans, this is going to be great. More importantly, Hannah and Stevie, they need these points badly.
And we will take it down.
So they will bring it home, and for the first time at their home event, it will be Los Gallos that crosses the finish line first as they claim a victory on race number 5 here on Super Sunday. And the Bonds Flying Rouge will come in. They will grab 3rd place. All things considered, Stevie, that's not a bad showing out of the gate.
France at the top of the line, come wound up. Here we go, line goes white. Oh, De La Pierre, boom, out of the gun there. What a start by the French. He's going to be so fast towards Mark 1.
And as they approach mark number 1 here in race number 6, it is Quentin De La Pierre and Le Bleu that will get the whole shot.
Oh, what a start that was. Look, Bonds Flying Rouge are out the back. Spain are going to be probably okay mid-pack, and New Zealand are in good shape. So this is great news for Black Foils fan, great news for Emirates GBR and the Germans. Don't forget they're in the fight to get to this final here in Cádiz as well. 2nd at Mark 1. They're giving themselves a chance. We go into the cloud and you can see, well, one way to do it is to stay on the foils a lot of the time, isn't it? France, 100% in this race, out in front, no mistakes.
So it'll be 6 races and 5 different winners, but we know one thing for certain, Vive Le Bleu, as the French come home and win race number 6 in Spain.
We'll keep the Black Foils in the race to the final here in Cádiz in 3rd place, just ahead of the German team. It's going to come about timing now. Canada are on fire through the middle. They're going to be fast. Emirates Great Britain well timed again. Who's got it right? Oh, what a start by North Star there. Absolutely nailed it through the middle of the line. As of the Germans, it's now a question of acceleration. Australia are out the back. Spain are in the drag race, and Emirates GBR fall off the foils too. Rockwell Denmark, left-hand side of screen, and nowhere in this race. This is going to be a really tricky moment for them with Germany again in 2nd. Eric Heil, what a start.
And as they approach mark number 1 in the final fleet race of the day, Giles Scott, North Star Canada, grab the whole shot. Martini Grail, Mubadala Brazil right behind him. And we have got a nice little group getting ready, and we'll see who blinks first to make the maneuver towards gate 2.
Canada off the foils. Canada are off the foils here on a tight lay line. Mubadala Brazil will be looking to dive inside, and potentially the French are going to get a shot here. Here goes Martini Grail. She milks the boat up round, trying to get into the circle without being overlapped with the French boat there. I think she's done enough. A lovely glidey manoeuvre in at that final turning mark. What a moment to take the lead. If they can get foiling, it's going to be Brazil and Martini Grail taking another race win in season 5.
They won in New York City. Can they do it here in Cádiz? Martini Grail, Paul Goodison, Lee McMillan, a talented squad here as they make the turn and they head home here. They can see the finish line, and for the 2nd time in season 5, it is Martini Grail that leads the rest of the field to the finish line. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of Mubadala Brazil.
Black foils are going to be gun time, but it's going to be fast on Deutsche Germany. Oh, they were all late there, Todd, but the black foils were less late than the others. They're on the inside. They've got a big advantage. That penalty will leave Emirates GBR, but they're going to be third with a lot of work to do at Mark 1.
And as they approach mark number 1, it's the black foils that are pushing Germany Deutsche Bank wide. Meanwhile, Emirates GBR is saying thank you very much as they approach mark 1. Do they have the speed, though, to get underneath the Kiwis?
Yeah, brilliant by the Kiwis there. What they've tried to do is just open it up so they're just ahead of the British, but heading downwind already, and then tangle the Germans and the British up into a bit of a fight.
And here we go, the moment of the match. It is the Kiwis that pull right in front of the Brits.
Oh, he's going to try and get underneath them, and Hush come here. The Kiwis have got to keep not overlap. They've got the right of way on Emirates GBR. The black foils must keep clear. Aggressive from Fletcher. Here we go. He's going to wind the Kiwis up. They're going to glide through. What a move by the British. Absolute clutch moment in the race. And Emirates GBR are going to get it done on the line, I think.
At the final gate, Dylan Fletcher goes full Air Jordan as he dips underneath the Kiwis and puts himself in a winning position here in Spain.
Oh, if that's a dress rehearsal for Abu Dhabi,
oh
what
my
a move
goodness.
that was. Oh, and the Germans, they're up and foiling. They could move through to second here. The black foils need to accelerate, and they need to accelerate fast.
And they will cross the line with a victory in Spain. Give it up for Emirates GBR.
Fletcher completely on his instincts there. Absolute instinct.
I'll tell you what, that is a gutsy move on the Atlantic Ocean as the Brits come to Spain and claim top prize.
Ultimately, we came into the race and it was all or nothing. We were there to win, and when it came to that last turning mark, we just gave it everything and came off all right.
So here's how the event wraps up. Emirates GBR gets the full 10 points as the winners here in Andalusia and Cádiz. Black foils finish in second. They'll get 9. Germany Deutsche Bank back up the 10th they got for the win in Geneva with an 8. Rockwell Racing just missed out. It's going to come down to that one maneuver. They miss out on getting in the event final. Los Gallos, they do well. They came on strong in the second day. They finished 5th overall. Le Bleu had a great Super Sunday. The Bonds Flying Rouge, some work to do, but they'll be back. And of course, US SailGP team had a great Super Sunday on the Atlantic. The championship standings after 11 events. It is Emirates GBR 3 points clear of the Black Foils and Peter Burling in second place. The Bonds Flying Rouge maintain their spot in third, but only 4 points clear of Los Gallos. So there's still an opportunity. You're saying there's a chance, Stevie. Los Gallos could still ruin the Bonds Flying Rouge parties in Abu Dhabi.
Acceleration crucial. Los Gallos are out the back. Who's got their timing right as the line turns white? Oh, it's the slow start, but it's the Swiss out of the middle of the line that have nailed the trigger. The Mubadala Brazil as well are going to accelerate fast from here, but can any of the teams build speed? Emirates, Great Britain stuck in the pack. The Black Foils, one hull out of the water, and it's a drag race, a short one at that to Mark 1. On the top of our screen, it's Spain and Australia in this fight to the grand final. Spain have got to get 3 places between themselves and Australia over the course of these races. At the moment, they're not doing enough. They're still out of it. We can see this race to the grand final graphic in gold. When you see it in gold, that means we're talking about the race to the grand final. But of course, there's still an event in Abu Dhabi to win first.
That one's for Claudio, huh?
And the Emirates winning moment does go the way of Germany Deutsche Bank as Eric Heil continues the upward momentum for that squad, and they win the first race here in Abu Dhabi. Giles Scott and North Star Canada, they will claim second place. Great middle of the season as they picked up the victory in Los Angeles, event number 4. They also finished second in Sydney, so they had a good run there, and then finishing the top 3 as well in San Francisco. Rockwell, Denmark will finish in third. Remember, it's an opportunity now to claim $800,000 if you win the event here in Abu Dhabi, but they've got no opportunity to make the top 3 and a chance to fight out for $2 million. And here we go, race number 2 in Abu Dhabi, about to go live on a white line.
Australia's going to be over.
Oh, penalty,
no.
Australia
and Spain. Oh, they've both got to drop to the back of the pack. There must have been millimetres in that. Oh, it's going to all be about the comeback
Germany,
here.
Canada
You got one job to do in that start box before the line goes white, Stevie, and that's not hear the voice of Chief Umpire Craig Mitchell.
So that's so easily said than done. I mean, Hannah will tell us these boats, in the light winds, it's almost harder to slow the things up because you're so desperate to be able to re-accelerate again.
Your Emirates winning moment in race number 2 goes the way of the Flying Danes. Rockwell, Denmark takes race 2. Quentin Delapierre and the French, they will finish in second in race number 2 to back up the 11th. Not a great showing in race number 1, so an 11th and a 2 on the first 2 races of the day. And how about Taylor Canfield and the Stars and Stripes? US SailGP, they back up a good showing in race number 1 with a 6th, and they come back with a 3rd.
We're looking for a rotation, an execution, and an acceleration with time counting down. Australia look early to me in the middle of the line.
This is the umpire's early starts penalty, Australia, USA.
Oh, still got it with the eyesight. He was too early there on board Australia. This is massive. Can Botín accelerate the Spanish boat towards Mark 1 and try and salvage some points? The Spanish have to get into the top 7 overall and hope Australia are more than 3 places behind them. Australia needs to make some overtake because Spain's in space and Spain's got good wind on that side of the course. Lisa have been saying it was good on that side. And look how fast the Spanish are when you give them a bit of space.
Spain are caving into us now.
Rockwell, Denmark will get the 2nd win on 3 races as Nikolai Sehested brings them home for the win in race number 3. Switzerland looks like they will claim 2nd place. Great showing there for Sebastian Schneider and his crew. And Red Bull Italy and Phil Robertson, a top 3 finish. And look at this, Stevie.
Pile up, Todd.
Look at
Pile
this.
up.
Taylor Canfield has got ahead of Spain.
Yeah, he's done a great job getting around the outside, and those points are going to be crucial. We got 5 seconds to go. There's going to be boats over midline here for sure.
This is the umpire's early start penalty, France, Spain and Canada.
Music to the ears of Tom Slingsby.
Wow, and Slingsby in his own defence has nailed it at the bottom of the line. His timing was impeccable and he said he needed a good start. Well, he's got one, but it's Martini Grail at the top of the line who's got 1 hole flying first. The Brazilians will be fastest, but can they sail that extra distance quickest? Both teams, 100 metres to go to Mark 1, but Brazil will be faster.
And Martini Grail and Mubutla Brazil will get to that circle first. They will have priority as they come in, and they will get the whole shot. The Brazilians will lead it out of mark number 1 here in race number 4.
Let's look into the Oracle Cloud, and we can see, well, the wind speed's very, very similar, but the angle, great for Brazil.
Coming up.
And there is your Emirates winning moment in the final race of the day on Saturday. It will be Switzerland and Sebastian Schneider that get the win.
What a day for Rockwell Denmark. That said, pretty sure we said what a day for Rockwell Denmark after day 1 in Cádiz. So whatever they did for dinner on the first day in Cádiz, let's not do it again, Nikolai. Let's try and change things up.
So Brazil will get a top 3 finish. So it'll be Switzerland, Denmark, and Brazil, 1, 2, and 3.
It's all about acceleration. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Line's going to turn white. We're racing. Switzerland are absolutely on the money, as a North Star Canada. And North Star Canada first to the foils. They should fly over the fleet from here to Mark 1.
And we are off and running. The final Super Sunday of the 2025 season.
Oh, Los Gaios are in the inside, Todd. They're going to struggle to get round without a lot of boats ahead of them.
North Star Canada gets the whole shot. Germany, Deutsche Bank looking good. Red Bull, Italy, and then France. Spain has moved in front by 1 spot over the Bonds Flying Roos, and once again, Tom Slingsby. Remember, folks, he started in the back of the pack because of the penalty in the start box. He has gone from 12th to 7th.
Yeah, and actually gained. If we look at that race to the grand final, it was down to 4 points. It's now up to 5 because Slingsby's improved his overall performance.
It's worth 2 jibes from here, don't you?
So it's Emirates GBR that will bring it home, and what a way to set themselves up for a possible showdown in the 3-boat grand final. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of Emirates GBR.
It's nice to be foiling.
So Giles Scott and North Star Canada bring it across the line. They finish in second place officially. Now the battle on for a top 3 finish. And it looks like Germany Deutsche Bank just holding off the French as they come around that last gate. And it looks like, yes, it will be Germany Deutsche Bank ahead of France, and that will be 3 and 4.
We're waiting for that line to turn wide, but Emirates GBR are going to have to see how that timing goes for them. Italy looking a little early.
This is the umpires. Early start penalty, Italy, GBR, Brazil.
Oh, GBR were early there, and the Italians, I thought they looked pretty close pretty early. France are going to struggle to accelerate. Well, Denmark should punch out the middle here. If they can pop onto the foils, then they're going to take the event win in Abu Dhabi. France are well positioned. Oh, and the Delapierre takes the boat off, but at the same time, Rockwool Denmark are in the air, and I think it should be Rockwool leading at Mark 1 from here.
Bearing away in 5, bearing away in 3, 2, 1, bearing away.
In the final fleet race of the season, it is Rockwool Denmark, Nikolai Sehested who get the whole shot, Quentin Delapierre and the French in second, and Taylor Canfield and US SailGP in third.
Los Gallos are in the mix, 5th. They have to win the race, simple as that. Spain need to get foiling quick, and then it's going to be game on in the race to gate 3.
Halfway through the 6th and final fleet race, there you see the Rolex chasing time as Spain and France are locked into a battle now up to 12 seconds separating them. And as Stevie's point plays out, Los Gallos need to pick up another spot, and they need Australia to stay in the back of the pack and not pick up a point. Will be Quentin Delapierre and Team France that get the final fleet race win of 2025. Take a bow, Quentin Delapierre. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of France. Nikolai Sehested and the team can celebrate an event win, their first, as they bring it home, and there will be an $800,000 prize for the Danes.
Nice work, guys. Good race, good job.
Los Gallos. Oof. I feel like it's been a good season for them, Todd, still. I mean, 4th, of course they'll be disappointed, but just missing out on the grand final. They'll be dejected, defending champions. But remember, you know, they've put in a good performance, and they've shown they're in that match. They're one of the big players.
And they have already made their way on shore. They get the win, they get the event wheel, and congratulations to Rockwool Denmark, Nikolai Sehested and his crew doing a fantastic job. Tom Johnson, Kahena Koons, all the team members now in the photo. What a great way, Hannah, to finish the season. They get the event win here in Abu Dhabi.
Now you've got to stay calm. Now you've got to execute. You've got to build the speed. You've got to accelerate the speed. The Rolex pole predictor sits aboard Slingsby's Australian boat. He's near that optimum place. But who's going to be foiling at the gun when that line turns white? Emirates turns towards the line. The black foils turn towards the line. Slingsby turns towards the line. Who's got it right out of the middle? It's Slingsby. It's now a race to the foils. It's a speed build, speed build, speed build, and the 3-time champion Tom Slingsby, I think, is going to be first on the foils. Here they go.
Nice pressure at the mark, buddy.
Is it a bit of a calm before the storm as the Bonds Flying Ruse will lead them to mark number 1, and Tom Slingsby will get the whole shot as we start the grand final here in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, Slingsby had the plan and he's nailed it. They lead at Mark 1. It's not done yet, but wow, you want to be first at Mark 1, and the Emirates GBR team have got work to do if they want to get back into this. Huge gains for Bonds Flying Ruse at Mark 1. Oh, they're off the foils on board the Bonds Flying Ruse, and they've tried to press too soon. They didn't get foiling smoothly. Can the black foils stick this manoeuvre? Foiling tack here could be the championship.
Pete Berlin calls for a touch and go.
Right of way, black with the Bonds Flying Ruse, but they've got to take off.
Look at the speed on Emirates GBR.
Yeah, oh, and I think the black foils are going to have to go behind here. This could be a big moment. I don't know if they're clear. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. Oh, he's clear.
He's going to sell it. He's going to sell it.
Pistol Pete, wow, he called that one, didn't he? Massive moment. The Emirates GBR have stuck their manoeuvre. Black foils should cross, though. Black foils are in great shape. The right turn at the bottom was good. Big gain to the black foils. No penalty. Clear cross. That was absolute masterclass. Emirates GBR could split on a right turn here. Black foils aren't going to foil. They
Look at the
foil.
speed difference.
We'll get around here, but
they'll foil on the takeoff. GBR are going to be coming in. They're going to have to watch out for the Bonds Flying Ruse. GBR are trying to dive inside at the top here. think the black foils will be round, but who gets first on the foils here? Emirates are going to be off the foils, and maybe they might just... Oh, Fletcher's masterclass there. He's got round. He's going to do right turn on the foils. Huge. Here we go. Black foils need to get back up in the air quick.
And we are back to almost dead even once again, and Emirates GBR are in first place.
They are, but I don't know for how long, because I like where the black foils are going. They're sailing out to that more wind side of the course.
Every team now has had a chance to lead here in the grand final. Who can hold on to it for the second half of the race?
They've all got at least 2 or 3 jibes here, Hannah, haven't they? So it's about sticking. I mean, how nervous are you right now?
Definitely really nervous. There's a huge split in the course here with boats on either side. Sticking these manoeuvres is going to be really key. Emirates GBR look like they've had a really nice rotation in the wind there, allowing them to sail a bit further down the course.
All right, we're in this. Lefty coming here, Gabe, first thing.
So he's talking on the upwind leg there instantly, and if it was lefty, so the one was on a left shift on that MasterCard team talk there, that means they're going to sail in this shift all the way down. And look at them, they're going nearly straight down the course. Massive turnaround.
What a race. You had Australia getting the whole shot leading after mark number 1. You had the Kiwis rolling the dice and coming up. Yahtzee, Stevie, they led on the upwind and then the turn back. And then out of nowhere, Dylan Fletcher and Emirates GBR round the last gate. And now it is a straight shot to $2 million for the Brits. Years ago, they used to say the British are coming. Well, the British have arrived. The Emirates winning moment goes the way to Emirates GBR. They are the Season 5 champions.
What a race.
It was an unbelievable final, wasn't it? I mean, all the 3 teams are amazing. Any one of us could have won, but yeah, just over the moon right now. Really proud of the team. What a year. Stoked.
It was high pressure, that last turn, that choice at the gate really sealed the deal.
Yeah, just keep chipping away, keep us with opportunities, and the team did a great job.
Emirates, Great Britain!
Rockwell, Denmark, winners of the Wubudla Abu Dhabi Sail Grand Prix 2025 season grand final. They will get the extra $800,000 for winning the event. Emirates GBR champions of Season 5. The Bons Flying Rouge will finish in second, and the Black Foils in third. Los Gallos just missing out on that grand final, finishing in fourth as the defending champions. The French finish in the top 5. North Star Canada goes 6th. Rockwell Racing, great showing as they pick up the $800,000, winning this event. Then in the Swiss, Germany, Deutsche Bank, maybe the hottest team in SailGP over the last 3 events. Red Bull Italy with their new driver, Phil Robertson. Martini Grail and Wubudla Brazil had their moments, and US SailGP team finished in 12th. Bright future for them were Taylor Canfield and the Stars and Stripes. Well, that will do it. Congratulations once again to Ben Ainsley and Emirates GBR and Dylan Fletcher. We will see you next time, 2026 at the Oracle Perth Sail Grand Prix, January 17th and 18th. For Stevie Morrison, Hannah Diamond, Lisa Darman, and I'm Todd Harris. So long from Abu Dhabi. We'll see you next year.